I am sexually attracted to granite.
Cold open.
Are you ready for
You ready?
Yeah.
It's another edition of KFC Radio, live from Nashville, the Music City.
Music, yeah.
Yeah, the city of music. It was the city of music miracle is the famous play. Music City, live in Nashville at the Whistlepig House. As you can obviously see, this is a dangerous house to be in, man. We've got every whiskey you could need, from the piggyback to the 10-year to the 10-year small batch. We got the 12-year.
We got it all.
I mean, literally everything.
Full of it too.
Yeah, I'm going to make Feidelberg like dunk his head into a barrel of whiskey at some point this week. So we will be here all week. Podcast as usual. You'll get this, this episode, your Tuesday episode. You'll get your Thursday episode,
Pete Holmes on this.
like regular. Pete Holmes later today,
And Lamorne Morris. Pete Holmes
and Lamorne Morris, who was very funny. He was awesome. He did not disappoint.
Sometimes I get nervous doing the white people be like, black people be like.
Yeah,
stuff.
but he was
Lamorne
funny.
made us very comfortable to do it.
Yes.
By the way, over the weekend decided white people love sunsets.
Oh, you don't think black people like sunsets?
I was in Jamaica and black people would not get up running to the sunset.
No.
It was.
It does feel like a white thing.
People thing. It was like, babe, look at it. And basically
colors.
weather as a whole. White people love sunsets. Like when it was lightning out,
Look at that
lightning
storm.
storms. Look how hard it's raining out. It was basically all we talked about.
We need to fact check. Do black people care about the weather? Do black people love the weather?
I'm a bit of a paradox, as you may know, because I also don't care about the weather, because I don't have any clothes for here, because I packed for Jamaica, and I was like, well, they're both south, so the clothes I bring for Jamaica will be fine.
I said on Instagram, I didn't expect it to be Jamaica. I didn't expect it to be tropical.
I figured it would be fine.
But I thought it would be warm for some reason.
I'd be able to get by with the clothes.
It's like 45 degrees.
It's freezing. It's cold.
And it's like middle of April. It's not like if you went here in like February, of course it's going to be cold. It should be warm.
Yeah.
Fuck this,
bro. I honestly thought we were going to be doing some sunbathing.
We got a hot tub. I want to be up there. I want to pop the top off. Get some color.
I said to bring the fucking sad boy clothes for the spring, and
I'll get the hoodies out, man.
Because it's not going to work. But it's kind of nice because I'm super sunburned.
Oh, are you,
bro?
Especially you didn't even have your layer of little cat hair to help you. You went in with a fully waxed aerodynamic body. Where are you sunburned? Pop that top.
It's not like.
But I can see it.
But it's gone down.
Yeah.
But the worst one I got it the day of. I put on sunscreen the whole time. I don't think I'm better than the fucking sun. But one thing you don't think about as you gain weight.
Oh boy.
As you get older,
is the shadows it creates.
No.
Have you ever had that?
Your fucking belly button. So usually just by putting on suntan lotion regularly, it'd get into my fucking belly button.
Because it's almost like flat, but now it's deep.
Now
so you gotta
my belly button fucking deep.
You got a sunburn in your hole.
I got a roasted hole, dude.
You got a belly burn hole burn.
I took pictures of it.
You got a belly button burn. Let me see that.
Let me
see that red hole.
I had no. I didn't really get a good shot of it, but you could kind of tell the juxtaposition between that's what my regular skin looked like, and in there was like super red. Also, just opening my photos have been horrifying.
This is like Zoom.
Like, what hole is that?
I was gonna say, like when you scroll through somebody's the camera roll, you can see when there's flesh. Yeah. Right. You can see, and you don't know.
Really attracted to
dude, look at it on the TV. Oh my god. You know what that looks like? That looks like the surface. Out of everything that we put that girl through, this might be the most disgusting. It was horrified.
So sunburned.
That looks like when you see pictures from like a planet. That looks like wait, zoom back. Oh my god, that looks like an asshole.
Sick. Like I have cancer or something.
That's like in Arrested Development. Those are awful.
Yes, zoom out, like slowly zoom out. I'll tell you when to stop. There was like a point where it was like right there. Looks like a planet, like and the black spot is space, and then that thing is almost like when they say on Jupiter, it has like the big red spot or whatever.
Yeah.
That's your roasted hole.
Dude, my hole got fucked up.
Your hole was limping home from Jamaica. Just got blown out.
It happened like Wednesday, I think. No. Maybe Tuesday.
Oh man!
And like, for like
did you use lube on that thing?
I fucking
you lubed up with the sunblock. So you would have to like get in there.
Finger my hole now.
Oh,
I gotta lube up my hole with suntan lotion. What else we got for the day?
That was in the middle of the intro, by the way. That was still introducing the layout for the week. We got to your roasted hole in about 10 minutes. So these glorious episodes, as per usual, Tuesday, Thursday, and then every day this week, live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central, which we have fucked up already. We will continue to fuck up, and I will not fix it. Central Time is stupid, and it's fucking me up.
Well, Central Time is great. It's just time zones are stupid.
Yes. But also, we have to acknowledge that like 77% of America lives in the East Coast, in the Eastern Time Zone.
Is that a true stat?
I think, well, I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah. Well,
close enough.
Then it's real.
Right? Yeah. And then there's like probably like 20% is the West Coast. And you wonder why
we have an East Coast bias.
Right. There should be an East Coast bias. We're all fucking here. I don't care that like the people in Montana get to watch the college basketball championship at a good time. There's 5 of them. Meanwhile, there's billions of people on the East Coast who are like, I want to go to fucking sleep. I got to wake up in the morning. Okay. Well, like same thing. 36%. Same shit.
Pretty close.
Same fucking thing.
Pretty close.
Same thing. No, wait. No. That's no. Have on the coastline. That's very different.
Coastline of the Atlantic Ocean.
We need like East Time Zone. Yeah. Not coastline.
Yeah. Okay.
Because touching America. So that's
36% on the coastline
touches the Atlantic Ocean. Then I'm going to get my 77%.
I think you probably.
I think I'm going to nail this.
Come on, baby.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me from Quora. We know that that's real.
47.1%.
Well,
still really close.
Look at that. If half the country's in one of the time zones out of the 4, we own every fucking thing.
Wait, and Central? I'm surprised Central came in second. I would have thought Pacific had next with California.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, actually, is that who cares about the middle of the country? But I guess we do got to give a little bit of props to the Central Time Zone.
My apologies to Central Time Zone.
No, I don't. I'm not apologizing to them. I'm not apologizing to everybody. East Coast for life. Anyway, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time. We will be doing KFC Radio because we'll be live. We'll be doing live radio on the YouTube. So KFC Radio every day for the next week. So it's gonna be a big week for the YouTube. We got a ton of guests coming through. We got Chase Rice will have already aired, so you can go back and watch that one. We've got Shane Gillis on today. We've got
Brantley Gilbert on Wednesday.
Brantley Gilbert. We've got Bert
in the
working on Dan Soder, working on maybe some of the other comics that are coming later in the week. So everybody's down here for the Nashville Comedy Festival, which is why we're here. We have our live show, our actual live show on stage Thursday night. So we have our live shows every day, then our live show on Thursday night, and then our regular podcast.
Try explaining this to your family.
Yeah, for real.
I had a fucking nightmare.
Talk to your grandparents about how to fucking watch all this.
Like, so you have 6 live shows?
Yeah, no, it's one live show, but 5 shows that are recorded every day that are live. You get it? Keep up. Let's go.
2 shows are pre-recorded.
Come on. So we're here in Nashville in a triplex.
Yeah, it's a great place for a horror movie.
Yep.
Because all you do is hear fucking doors open and
noises. So let me set this scene. First of all, when we pulled up, that place is beautiful, right? But where my Uber driver pulled up was just like an abandoned parking lot, kind of behind a hustler club.
Yeah,
and I was like, this ain't right.
And next to showgirls.
Yeah, we are in some kinky neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I've been before. I was
going to say, we kind of fit.
I walk in there, it's going to be like, welcome to Moe's.
Hey, we've been saving your seat for your whole life. I was like, on the one hand, I was like, this is a perfect fit. On the other hand, I was like, nah, this can't be right. This is not the right spot. I must have put in avenue instead of street or whatever, It's the right spot. I find where the actual duplex, triplexes are, we're all good. But late last night, me and John, there's like a living quarters and then like a studio, if you will. So we're in the other building watching a movie, John and I, and
all the old knives. Fucking fire.
Yeah.
Great movie.
With,
it's a
Chris Pine.
little bit Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a little bit Spy Game.
Yeah, it's a good description. It's available for free on Prime. It's not a plug, but go ahead. So we're watching, and basically this exact setup. I'm laying on the couch, John's sitting on a chair like that, and down the stairs of the first flight.
Everything has like there are 4 flights, 4 stories everywhere.
When you first walk in, you got to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
And we're on like the TV room level. And so in the middle of the night, and at this point, everyone's retired to their place to sleep, or people are working over here at this place. And we hear the door open. And we hear like and everything's locked. You have to know a code. So we hear a door open, and then we hear like other doors being opened and closed and kind of some milling around. And I did this. This was the move that I pulled. I was sleeping like this, or laying, and I went like this. And I looked at John, and the stairway was over there. And John just went like this. And we're looking at each other. And I was kind of like, well, he's tougher than I am, so he's gonna have to do this. He's gonna have to fight this intruder. And what's crazy is like obviously it was one of our team. We have a million people here. People are living in all sorts of places. But at the
same time, because to give credence to the horror movie aspect, the same time the internet kicked out.
Right. So we lost our movie.
As soon as they left, the internet kicked out. Or as soon as they came in, the internet kicked out.
So I'm thinking they like cut the internet. Next thing they're gonna cut the power. And I remember thinking in that moment, I was like, all right, well, I mean, now we get slaughtered and die. I will die in Nashville next to my partner here, and we will be on the headlines, and that's just kind of what's going to be, because I'm not going to stop this guy.
I don't think I even turned around.
You didn't the whole time. I was like, waiting for you to turn around and do something.
But I was like, oh, the fucking internet stopped.
John was just worried about the movie. I was worried about the bloodbath.
He's just getting to the fucking good part with Chris Pine. He's looking like a sex pot.
Chris Pine in this movie looks so fucking hot.
But it is weird in these houses because they're very well. Also, by the way, the reason I had a little more nerves to it, because I'm gonna guess you didn't read the email from the Airbnb people, and I know that they live like 3 doors down. So I thought maybe they came in to do something, they saw like we were using too much internet or some shit, and they came in, clicked off the internet. So then I was just like, oh, so they'll just come in like that.
Yeah, they can just stroll in whenever they want.
A weird thing to do.
I thought it was for sure a murderer, and I was just like, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you go to Nashville for a single night and you get sliced up. But that was a real look in the mirror moment where some people have a gun like in the safe in the closet. Some people have a bed, a knife or a fucking bat under the bed. Get up, ready for action. I was just like, all right, let's get this over with. Just get like right there, please. Go ahead.
Like I said, I didn't turn around. I was like, I just don't want to see it coming.
Yeah, I was gonna have to watch you get like your head chopped off. Like I was actually envisioning like a top of an axe going through the top of your head, splitting it this way, and like hitting me in the face with the blood, and me just being like,
that sucks for you.
Yeah, and just be like, hang on a second, let me just before we do this, let me get one last shot in here.
It actually reminded me of, and I might have told this story before, of a poem we had to read in second grade.
Poem?
Second grade. It was about like a poem, an epic.
No, I'm saying a poem.
Poem. Yeah.
You're saying poem.
Poem. You say poem?
I don't say poem, I say poem.
No, I say a poem.
Poem.
Yeah.
Like it just is the same as home. Poem.
Poem.
I read this poem about home.
You all say poem?
Poem?
You're hitting it too hard. I don't say poem. I say poem.
Say
poem.
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 Yeah.
Poem.
You're a poem, Pavs?
Pavs is close
how
to me.
do you
betray
me?
Pavs always my guy.
Pavs betrayed me, man. Pavs be my guy.
When an idiot to back me up, Pavs always
I know. I wanted Pavs to be my guy. Now I'm realizing he's just an idiot. Poem.
Anyway.
Long Island guys say something like poem. They said poem. Anyway.
Poem. Anyway, so in second grade, we had to read this poem about courage. And it was this astronaut who had been lost in space, and he'd like been thrown off the spacecraft, and he's floating through space, and he sees that he's going to hit an asteroid. And the whole time, and this is in second grade.
Sorry?
Second grade again. No. Second grade again. And it's him just spinning slowly. He can't stop his spinning. And the only thing on his mind if he's going to hit it face forward
or
backwards like a coward.
Yeah.
And
so he's trying to get forward,
and I was
he wants to be a hero.
Yeah, and I was like, just fucking. Even, I want to say,
bro, I'll tell you what I'm doing at that point. I'm taking my mask off, just my head explode. Right. Let's get this over with. Last thing I want to do is hit it and like not die.
Yeah,
right
what are
away
you doing? Fucking just watching a slow car crash coming that you're in it. Just
one of my worst, like, worst nightmare things is because I've watched like so many movies on space and I love space and stuff. Those scenes where like someone is working on the outside and they get like knocked away and their cord rips and they just flip into the abyss. Yeah. Like you're just.
That was a big fear of yours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You thought
that was going to maybe happen to me one day.
You thought you were going to be a construction worker?
Yeah. Space construction worker just drifting off. Because, like.
It is weird. I think Mulaney has a bit on that. Like the fears we have as a kid. Where Mulaney's like, I thought quicksand was going to be a much bigger part of my life.
Yeah, like, for sure.
There's so many things I'm scared of. Like, dude,
you're never going to encounter that once in your life.
You are far more likely to forget to look crossing the street than you are to be in a place with quicksand.
Should we do top 5 things like that? Think we come up with enough?
I don't know. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot for that. I mean, no, maybe.
We can.
Yeah, I think we can. I was going to say the top 5 places to pee because that was a big one over the weekend. But I'm do that
one.
Okay.
Okay. So then in that case, I'll just throw out a couple more now. Here you can edit that. There's a few things that you are like, you have this like ultimate fear instilled in you. And my parents used to treat insulation in the attic.
Oh yeah,
like
that's a very good one.
Like if I touch that, I am instantly going to get cancer and die within like 24 hours.
Because we obviously used to use it. We had an unfinished basement for a while, and actually it was probably when we were finishing the basement because that's why there would be a bunch down there.
To this day, makes me like.
And yeah, but it didn't work on us.
Like so you were like playing with it?
We would use it for wrestling matches.
Oh my God. Now, I mean, they are correct that it's like fiberglass and it's going to get like in your skin and shit, get all itchy. You would just like roll around in that?
We would it wasn't regular, but we played like knee hockey and like kind of bump each other into it.
Oh my God.
It was very rarely used as the focus of the game.
Yeah, but it would be. But maybe I'm even doing this just because it's instilled, like it's, they scared me of that.
Yeah. But fucking fiberglass gets a bad rap. Fiberglass, it was that in dip too. Like there's fiberglass in there to cut your lip. I don't know, man.
Well, that's the point. That's how I get the fucking nicotine.
I've looked at dip pretty closely. I've never seen even the slightest shard of fiberglass in it.
That and ripping the tag off of a pillow. I remember being afraid of that. Being like, what happens?
Pee Wee Herman or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, what happens if you do that?
Someone gets arrested in Pee Wee Herman for that, then that's. I mean, the fear came from elsewhere, but like that's
my older cousins used to say, "You've been shot with an invisible bullet. You're going to die in 3 days." And my younger cousin than me on a different side of the family like ran to his parents and were like, "They shot me with the invisible bullet. I'm going to die."
That one's dumb.
Yeah, I was like, so here's the thing: you're not going to die, but you're stupid. You are dumb.
Maybe crossing the street one day, running over a. Fucking bee's nest on a lawnmower.
Ooh, that seems absolutely horrifying.
Yeah,
never gonna happen.
I didn't even have a lawnmower. It was a physical impossibility, but it was something I thought about. It happened to my uncle or something like that, or like my friend's dad, who was like kind of my uncle, one of those weird things,
right?
And for some reason that always scared me after that. So I was very thankful that my grandfather, the psychopath that he was, would make me cut his lawn with one of those fucking things,
which is like butter knives churning up the grass,
and then I had to go rake it all up. He's a lunatic.
I mean, you run over a fucking bee's nest with that. That's not great either.
No, but I think I probably wouldn't get over. Because I think the bee's nest was. I think when it happened to him, it was like slightly underground. But that wouldn't really work because the blades wouldn't hit that. I don't know. I was a kid. I'd probably fuck the story up. and had irrational fear for the next 30 years of my life.
You know what got me when I was like a little bit older?
I feel like I'm a guest on your show, by the way. Or do you
no, it's the other way around.
Mine?
Yeah. I'm on the seat like we're gonna have another guest come down.
Yeah.
And I'll shift down and they sit here.
I think we both feel like it.
Yeah,
because there's no desk.
Right. We need a desk.
We need a desk.
If we had a desk, I'd be the host.
Yeah.
As I got like a little bit older, I just like never believed a condom worked. I just was convinced I'm getting this girl pregnant every single time I had sex with her.
Oh,
I'd be like,
I believe that with cum.
With cum, yeah. Wait, what?
Which I guess is a rational fear, but
Yeah,
every
what?
time
cum will get you a girl pregnant.
I know, but every time I have unprotected sex, I'm like, fuck, she's pregnant.
That's a pretty rational fear.
Like that, yeah, it's a rational fear, but it's also not like
Because she's on the pill.
No.
Okay, so here's the deal. Coming in a girl who's not on the pill.
No, I didn't say coming in. I said had sex.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay. But still, okay.
Fucking,
you sure? Run it back. I thought you just said coming in a girl. Maybe I made that up. Because maybe I'm.
Don't assume that.
I think I just said that's how it works with cum, but like, I mean,
You pulled out on time?
I just meant like, yeah, you pull.
Well, we know the pre-cum, it's possible, but you're right, it probably is. And then you get older and you do realize, here's the thing though, you realize when you're older that it's like hard to get pregnant, but because the world is a motherfucker, it will make the teenage kid get pregnant off the pre-cum.
Yeah.
And the mom who's desperately trying to become, the woman who's desperately trying to become a mother can get loaded, can get like covered, like to the point that it's sealed up. She's got one of those like mortar fucking little trowel, just covering the cum in the pussy, and she's like, nope, didn't take. I have 1 trillion fucking sperm in here. Nope, didn't work. So it's irrational, but it's kind of rational because that's how. But I mean, I would get dry, the red box Trojans, the dry like. I think they put like powder on them to make them like extra dry. I was so convinced that when I saw like extra thin, when I saw like ultra thin, I'd be like, well, that's gonna rip. That's like dangerous. I'm not doing that. And then even when it was like lubricated, I was like, I don't know, man. This all seems like you're gonna get pregnant. So I had
come on the outside of this thing.
I would wear a regular thickness, no lube, red Trojan condom, and I would pull out.
Dude,
with the condom on, and I'd still be like, I don't know, there's
you
pre-cum.
make a girl come for a long time.
Is this the box? No, because that ENZ is like some new shit. Like this was just the I guess it is. No, yeah. But ENZ was not. It didn't say that at the time for me. Maybe that's a new whatever. Classic reservoir tip without the lubrication.
Girls were going around telling high school that you had a fucking rotten dick.
Dude, you think
every time I fuck Kevin, I'm just raw.
You think the smell is bad?
Meanwhile, Kevin's throwing fucking baby powder on his dick in the bathroom. She will not enjoy this.
That's the one. Second row to all the way to the right. That's the one. Just condom. It was just condom. It was the original OG.
I didn't know these existed.
When it says trusted for over
non-lubed condom.
When it says trusted for over 90 years, I'm talking this was the first condom made 90 fucking years ago.
No, this was made 91. They didn't start trusting it until they got to the next version.
This shit was like I guess like allergies maybe with the lubrication or something, but like
Dude, this is fucking.
The silhouette of the woman doesn't look like she's in.
That's a nightmare. It's like this is like something that they create for Hostel.
That shit is so thick and bad that like when you were done, it was like a tint of yellow.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like when the rubber looks yellow.
No,
we didn't plan for this.
We're guests. We're guests.
No.
It was a yellow bag of rubber filled with cum.
In order to defend you, no, shut the fuck up, dude. Let's talk about Jamaica.
It would smell like rubber mixed. All right, let's. Now that we've actually.
But I do think if I could continue on that topic for 1 second, I do think that would be more on her than on you.
The yellow?
The yellow tint to it.
No. It's not. It has nothing to do with either of us. It's just like the rubber was. I'm trying to think of an example where it's like. It was just white, and then everything got all wet. It like turned yellow. It was a vile product.
If we're doing a quick disgusting thing segment, I was thinking
we've been doing a quick disgusting thing segment for 15 years, dude. What is your quick disgusting thing segment? Next up on the show, disgusting things.
I was sick for a while. Actually, it's a good segue to get to Jamaica. I was sick for a while in Jamaica, and yesterday in the airport, I was trying to take a shit, and I ended up taking a shit next to one of the baggage handlers.
Like in the stall next to him.
Yeah, you can just tell. Like I didn't see the guy, but I could tell.
It was new.
Did
you see the shoes?
You know when you're dumping next to a blue collar worker.
Yeah.
You know they take different kind of shit.
Also, like back in the day, it used to be because you could hear a newspaper crinkling.
Well, he ended up dropping. He was standing up. And he ended up dropping a piece of paper that slid into under my stall.
Oh no!
And it was yellow.
Embarrassing.
And I was like, oh my God, he just dropped the toilet paper and it flew under.
Oh.
And luckily I looked closer and it ended up being, I could tell before, I was like, that's a blue collar shit. And it ended up being like a tag for baggage handling.
You are, you have a blue collar shit
I
sensor.
can fucking tell.
Congratulations, John. What a talent to have. You show John 10 stalls with feet underneath and he'll go 8 out of 10 if they're blue collar or white collar.
That dude either fucking works out on the runway, that dude handles the bags. You can tell, I can fucking hear it in him, man. You can hear the fucking, I don't know what I can hear, but I can hear it.
Dude, so we, as we we're approaching this week, actually, let's take care of some business here. So today's week is obviously brought to you by Whistlepig. They'll be taking care of us in the house for, the foreseeable future. But today's episode is brought to you by 10,000. I'm so grateful that we got into the podcast game strictly for the amount of clothes that we've gotten and the companies we've been introduced to with comfortable clothing. And this is the latest one that's joining on with KFC Radio. So if you like comfortable shorts, 10,000 has got you covered. They're the best fitting, they're the most comfortable, the highest quality out of any shorts on the market right now, which is they just keep upping it. You know what I mean? The first comfy clothes company came out and they were like, it's like cotton. And now we're on to it's Lycra mixed with this and that and all this.
We passed bamboo.
Yes.
We went to bamboo.
When we made bamboo soft, I was like, what? Yeah. Bamboo is a hard stick. I've seen pandas eat it. How has this become a comfortable pair of shorts?
It's a weapon of torture.
Right, for real. I put those underneath my fingernails. But 10,000 has a bunch of different styles of shorts. They've got the interval short at 7 inches. That goes along.
I like 7-inch length. People like the 5-inch. I like the 7. It covers my varicose vein.
You need to make sure you cover the varicose vein for sure. You need to stab that thing and take it out of your skin. I, as an adult white man with a dumpy, need to go with the 7 inches because if I go 5, it's you're seeing too much. But they've got the interval short with the versatile shirt to pair up together. And they've got everything from just comfort wear to running, boxing, Olympic lifting, whatever your activity may be, 10,000 has got you covered. Free shipping and free returns. So check it out right now with a 15% discount for the KC Radio listeners. Go to 10,000.cc. Spell out the word TENTHOUSAND.cc/KFC and get 15% off. That's 10,000.cc/KFC, and you can get all of their comfortable shorts, shirts. They've got all different styles, all different materials, no chafing, shell fabrics, and the most important in shorts, the no bounce phone pocket.
Oh, wow.
You put your phone in your pocket of your shorts now, you sit in the car, goes right out and goes right down the crack. If you're running, bounces out, falls. It's always a nightmare. You got to make sure you have the right pockets, and the 10,000 has you covered on that. So go to 10,000.cc/KFC. What was I going to say? Fuck it. So we get to Nashville last night, and we're getting settled, and because we're doing Airbnb, not a hotel, there's no hotel bar, there's no room service, so we say, let's go grab some snacks. It's Easter Sunday, though. Only thing open is going to be a gas station. So we go to the gas station. And we load up on, it was a tale of two men. Two boys, really.
Yeah.
John coming off his week.
Fucking call me a man.
No, never. Remember we used to do adolescent versus adolescent until I realized I was reverting back to an adolescent? When I was a married man.
For a second we were going to pass ships in the night.
Yeah, there was a close time where all of a sudden we were going to get to keep doing adolescent. It was just going to be flipped. But no.
When you went to you went to a bachelor party and John stayed in that weekend.
Yeah.
And, read a book or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you became gay that day.
I'm still on.
That was a gay weekend.
25 of that 600-page book, by the way.
So yeah, we both have reverted to adolescent. Such is life, and we go to the gas station. And now John was coming off of a week in Jamaica, where if you watch the vlog, we did have an adolescent moment in a way. You were down in Jamaica, at least what you portrayed. You're in Jamaica. You're on the beach, relaxing, all that shit. I paid like $20,000 in taxes. I fought. Oh, by the way, I've won my car battle.
Oh, good for you.
For all intents and purposes, I got Hyundai off my back. I returned the car and got money back somehow. Well, I know how. I already paid up front.
I'll do it.
But you know what? When you get money back, like that,
it doesn't matter how much you gave.
That day, I went to I went to Geico. I had looked at my bank account and I knew what it was going into Geico. And I came back and they said you'll be getting $130 back, and I was like, that's a win. What I didn't realize is I already spent $1,300. But that day they were like, you had this extended coverage that's up to this and da da da. So we'll actually give you, because your deposit, $130 back. Bam, got it back. Also pulled out one of the slickest moves I've ever pulled. The dude was doing his lap around the car to check for any bumps or anything, and I don't know what it was. I didn't have any accident, didn't have anything, but there was a scrape on the back bumper that I don't think was there to begin with. And like as we got to that spot, I started chatting him up more and explaining. I was like, dude, you wouldn't believe the situation I've had. And then and I said to him, like, if you know any like I'm in the market for a new car, and he just started talking to me about how Enterprise sells cars and if I could get a commission and and just went right around the scrape.
Yeah.
Like, but I was running around doing that. I had the taxes fiasco. I just had a million work things that I was doing, and John was sitting pretty in Jamaica.
I did.
Except you were not.
I wasn't. It was. Yeah. I had a stressful last few days.
Yeah.
I thought I was coming home to Nashville to go to the hospital because I asked one of the. I got sick, and I don't know what it was, because it was just like, I don't know. I did Google. I Googled, can you drink the water in Jamaica? And it said yes. So I just started drinking the water.
Which is fair.
Like, yeah, it was like, it said in most parts. And I was like, I was at a resort.
So like, I was going to say you're in the clear. Also, I think a good rule of thumb, if you're Googling it, don't drink.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, you don't go to like London or Paris and Google, can I drink the water?
That's a good point.
Know.
But I just got sick. And then I was like, I thought I was super sick. And I had the chills and everything. In like a video in the vlog, I'm wearing a sweatshirt on the beach. It's like 100 degrees out.
He couldn't take a shit.
Couldn't take a shit.
That's what the problem is, John. When your body is just filled to the brim with toxic waste, that's what's going on.
Because I was eating healthy and shit. I don't know. I think I just got sick. Also, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
You just get sick.
Yeah.
It's just like...
In the COVID world, people like don't, think of that. But sometimes you just get fucking sick.
People get sick.
You've been traveling, you're on a plane, you're drinking weird water, you can't shit, it all adds up, you get sick.
But it was a journey. It was a fun trip. There was one thing I learned on the trip, and I thought about it and realized how funny it kind of was. Where my dad was complaining. It was like we just like joined a frat again. So my mom and two sisters are in Paris, and they're just like, I don't know, going to museums and shit.
They're just like drinking normal water, pooping regularly, going to
experiencing culture, having great meals, all that stuff.
You cavemen are down in.
Me, my dad, and my brother just went to Jamaica,
having wrestling matches,
and joined a frat again. And just like exercised and fucking drank all day. But one time we were at the bar after working out, and my dad's telling a story. We'd gone to work out in the morning, and then he went again later. It was a whole thing. And he's telling stories he's like, this guy was in there just like fucking making so much noise. He's grunting and this and that. By the way, my dad grunts fucking
all the time,
louder than anybody.
I think everybody who's a grunter doesn't realize they're a grunter.
But he's like, and my brother just goes, "What about headphones?" And my dad was like, "Hadn't even thought of that." And that made me realize, I'm like, to work out without headphones your whole life and being like, I didn't even realize that was a thing. Is so fucking
that's that era, right? They don't even.
It's like he
turn to it.
Exactly. I started
like there might be our version of that our kids will be like, dude, why didn't you put on like the Oculus goggles? You could have like blah blah blah, and we'd be like, oh, fuck,
right.
we didn't do that. I
started thinking about it later. It was like he started exercising at a time when people thought cigarettes were healthy.
And jogging wasn't even like invented yet.
So it was like, he's like, you want to go fucking have a cigarette? And he's like, I'm just going to go do push-ups till my body hurts instead. Thank you very much. It was fucking, to think that's how long someone's been exercising. We're like, we'll go outside. We're going to go on a diet outside real quick.
Rips and eaters.
No, I'm all set. Thank you very much.
That's that Herschel Walker shit. But all this is to say, so Feidelberg was not feeling well. So when we got to the gas station, it was a tale of two men. I was like late night. I wanted like donuts and pastries and my sweet tooth fulfilled. John was on the lookout for bananas and like an Advil. Right?
I was just trying to get it out.
Yeah. And we're still not totally in the clear, right?
No, we're okay though. We're good.
But also, if you just think about your last few weeks, like there's probably some shit still lodged in there. You know what I mean? But I'm getting my snack on, and John's getting water and bananas. And then as we're leaving, we walk by and totally had missed the first time through the hot food section of this Shell gas station. And on the rollers, there was beef hot dogs, pork hot dogs. Jackie saw them. They were big, fat, meaty, skinny, like not skinny, like with a lot of skin on it. You know what I mean? There was a buffalo chicken taquito, and I think there was like a stuffed dog as well, a meat like stuffed dog, and they're just sitting there rolling. And
they have cheeseburger dogs. I didn't even look at it. Did they have the cheeseburger dogs there? Dude, that was all the gross things I've ever done in my life. That was the gross thing I've ever done.
Cheeseburger dogs. You said that like so. What about the cheeseburger dogs?
Dude, the grossest shit I've done in my life was when we first got to Barstool HQ, and I had a work wife, and we had a little prank game we'd play where we'd hide.
You're so cute. You're so cute while you fuck all your coworkers. You're just so cute.
This was a work wife, Kevin.
Shitting where you eat all the time.
And we would hide burger dogs in each other's desks.
Oh, God.
And it was, dude, like we moved out of that office, and it's like I found like three like, honestly, they weren't even rotten because they were just fucking, they're burger dogs. They'll be there till the end of time.
Wait, was this a legitimate work wife or someone you ended up fucking?
Someone I ended up
okay, I was going to say, because I was like, I know one, but I don't know the other. Okay.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
And you would hide hot dog. Where would you hide them? Give me some examples.
Just like in desks.
In like a drawer or
in
something?
In a purse would be a pretty big one for me.
Yeah, that's easy.
Tampon bag I used once. Hell of a move. Yeah.
You imagine you're running over to the bathroom, you got your cramps, everything's awful, you gotta plug your shit up with a fucking cotton ball, and you open up and you see a hot dog cheeseburger.
Bro, I obviously had to rip it open to get it in there. Like, if you can't tell if you're holding a tampon or a cheeseburger dog, that's kind of on you. I'm not gonna take responsibility for that one.
Oh, man. But, so we see that and we all kind of have a laugh. And then John, I mean, I was so mad we didn't have a camera on us because the way you delivered this story, and I think it's one we may have told before, but the way you told it was so perfect. When was this? What was this?
This is probably, call it 2012, 2013, Boston, Massachusetts. Corner of Mass Ave and Tremont. There's 7-Eleven. Go down hungover one day, get some chips, get some Gatorades, the whole shebang. Haven't eaten in a while. Guess what's staring at me with lusty eyes is a buffalo chicken taquito. I'm holding everything, standing there at the cash register, and there's a bit of a line. I got a couple bags of chips, a couple Doritos, a couple Gatorades, and I'm holding the taquito, and I was just me and her just fucking eye banging each other. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
You're like Tim Robinson eating the hot dog out of the fucking.
Oh yeah. I'm just like standing in line, eating it as I move up. Let's call it a grand total of 3 minutes from consumption to payment to get to the door. In those 3 minutes, it went through my entire digestive system. I shit my pants before I got out of the building.
You picked out, ate, paid, consumed, and shit before you hit the door.
Left the door,
dude.
And then I really didn't live far. I lived at like 792 Tremont, I think it was, and I had to fucking
pinch it off.
I pinched it, and it's going back just like that. You imagine seeing someone. It wasn't super close. It was like a block, so it's not like.
But that's a long time to waddle the shit in your
It's not like this door out and that door.
Yeah.
It was like,
dude, I feel uncomfortable if you're like waddling from like the toilet to the shower if you had some mishap, you know what I mean? There's been times where if the toilet paper's across the bathroom, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't like this. If you're out in public, A block is a fucking eternity. Yeah. But the way he said it too, I was like, oh, we didn't even look at the hot dogs. He was like, oh, do they have any of those taquitos? I once ate one of those and shit my pants before I hit the door. And it was just the way it came out.
Before
Was
I
just
got
like,
hand to metal, just fucking.
And you
got poop pants.
Didn't you say you like locked eyes with the cashier or something? Yeah, we're doing this.
Like they knew.
Yeah.
They knew
No, it's gonna be bad. I can't believe that whether you're in, this was a shell, but of course, like the infamous Wawas and Sheets and Circle K's and all those things, that there's enough of a demand for those.
Oh yeah, they're delicious.
You know,
it's a really good snack. I'd eat the fuck out of one right now.
Send Jackie to get some.
I was gonna say, be careful your mouth.
But wait. Speaking of Jackie and speaking of that trip, we learned something even better on that trip.
Dude, this is one of the more wacky Jackie things. We need a segment called Wacky Jackie. I also think we should do baseball.
You have the cup on camera.
I think we should do baseball.
Oh, you got one on you. Oh, perfect.
Baseball 3-run jack is pretty funny.
Yeah.
We might make you do jacked up for baseball.
No. I'm done with sports.
Now you're definitely in. I think you just every now and then do a 3-run jack.
What do you mean?
Like it'll just be called the same way it's called jacked up. We'll call it 3-run jack. Like when the Mets play the Yankees or something like that, you have to do a little baseball. I'm just telling you, you have to do this. I'm your boss. This is not negotiating. Jackie was how did this come up? Oh, she had Claritin, and I said like, oh, are your allergies acting up? Because I think it's like a bad allergy year. She was like, well, no, but yeah, because I got what'd you get?
Because I got
I got. Start from the beginning.
Okay, I wanted to look like a baddie, so I got these dip dye.
That was the perfect start from the beginning. Naturally wanted to look like a baddie. Yeah. You're going to Nashville, time to look like a baddie.
Yeah. I got a spray tan. I got nails. Baddie. Right? But I know that I'm allergic to dip dye nails. So I specifically asked a person, put on acrylics. You guys know, obviously.
Yeah. No, but I do. I've never heard of dip dye, but I know acrylics is like kind of like the standard, right?
Yeah. But then there's dip dye. There's tip extensions, obviously, and then dip dye.
Sure.
You got the whole deal.
Yeah.
So I said to the person, I said, don't do dip dye because I'm allergic and I will break out in hives. And then I'm talking, and then they did dip dye, and I'm looking over, and they were all dipped and dyed. And so then, so then I tell the person, I was like, oh, I'm allergic, so I can't do dip dye like I said before.
Because you're like halfway through, right?
Because I was halfway through, and they were like, sorry. And then I was like, okay.
That is so crazy. That is such a Feidelberg.
You just let them dip dye your other hand?
I just let them dip dye, and I knew. And I was just like, you win some, you lose some. And today I'm going to lose some. And I knew I was going to break out in hives, and I'm in the midst of hives.
But you're a baddie.
But I'm a baddie.
So, like, I did notice your nails. You look like a baddie. You got baddie nails.
Shipping, but
like, the thing is, like, you win some and you lose some. But also sometimes you can lose like half of some and put an end to it and not just let them finish off putting poison into your body.
Yes, I should have done that, technically. But I was just like, it's gonna take a while, and I don't. Just you win some, you lose some, and sometimes you just have to take it out.
So if you had taken the dip dye off right then and there,
I would have been fine.
Best in the business, Chris.
Nobody better than Jackie.
So it would have taken you longer. Like this wasn't the.
It would have been like 20 minutes more. That's like a lot. But then I was like, I'm in this hole because I was listening to this podcast, right? And it's like your body is just like what your mind is. Like
True.
Like your mind, like if you, so then I was just like, I'm just gonna tell myself like I'm just not gonna break out in hives. Like hives is a mindset, and I'm just not gonna get to that. So I told myself, I kept being like, we're not gonna break out in hives. We're not breaking out in hives. And then I broke right out in hives.
I do kind of believe
my neck is so fat.
but because you're touching and scratching?
Because I'm scratching.
Yeah, so stop. I'm watching you do it right now. You're like, oh my God, my neck is so, you're just doing more. Stop.
Because I'm breaking out in hives. Because I'm allergic.
I know.
Did you listen to the story?
You're going to make it worse.
Oh, okay, but I can't like
Gotta
not.
put some gloves on or something. Go get some Trojan condoms with no
Should I
lube.
just walk around with gloves on? No, I'm a baddie and I'm
little
gonna
baddie?
stay a
Yeah, no. We'll go to like a cowgirl store, and I'm sure they have like rhinestone gloves with like the tassels, and you can rock those.
I like that.
Kind of covers up your baddie nails and defeats the purpose, but you'll be
Cut them out.
a Nashville baddie.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's
You are
By the way, you guys went and got those at what, like 10 o'clock last night?
a little later, but yeah.
She'd been breaking out before we got on the plane.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
she
sure
just-
it's been an
she
all-day
just was
thing, yeah.
eating it all fucking.
Yeah, if you're allergic like that, that is.
She's like, at some point.
I mean, the reaction. you've been having an allergic reaction all day. You're goddamn right. Take that brain and like donate it to science one day. It's spectacular.
You guys have done the same.
Well, I was gonna say
would have done the same,
it is
for sure.
very. I would not have, but like it's similar to what we always talk about when you
I
get.
don't know if the mic picked it up, but when you said you would not have, I let out just the simpest little mo, like,
Okay.
I was like, oh, I thought we were all in the same boat, but all right.
No, I draw the line at allergic outbreak that I can stop. Okay? Because I was going to say, it's very similar to when we always talk about when we get a bad haircut and we're like, yep, thank you, here's your tip. But that's, you can't, like, once she's gone zoop, and like half your hair is gone, you're like, well, we have to even it out now, you know? But if there was a way to stop that in the middle somehow, I probably would. If there was a way to stop me from getting, literally making my fingertips poison bombs to put all over my
I thought
body.
I was gonna be able to will it my body to not.
Well, I do believe in that.
Yes, it is.
But
true.
I don't believe you can do it.
You don't have the mic.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't think any of us can do it. I think that only like
I did it just last night. I came downstairs. You watched me do it.
I
last
did.
night.
I did.
I came downstairs.
But okay.
I'm tired of being sick.
So-
Just so you know, I've decided I'm getting better. And I woke up this
he
morning
did.
and felt like $1 million.
It was a change in mindset where he was just deciding like I am going to be happy and not sick and not. But here's the thing: I think that there is levels to who can overcome and what they can overcome.
Yeah.
So like you are able to just be like, I'm feeling ick, but I'm going to overcome that. Stopping an allergic reaction, which your body is like planned to do, I think you need to be like a shaman. You got to be like
This
a
woman
a
said
tantric
that-
yoga. You got to be Sting. Only Sting can do that.
I
woman
would
says-
think allergies are pretty bottom of the barrel overcome.
You think so?
Yeah.
Some of them I do think.
I think allergies.
When people
I
like
think allergies just made up by dads who don't want dogs.
that kind of stuff. When people are like, "Oh, I'm allergic to
They-
pollen," it's like we're all allergic to pollen. Shut the fuck up.
Some dad didn't want a dog 70 years ago, made up a lie that he's allergic. Now kids are
Ever
allergic to
since.
peanuts.
Yeah, it's the
That's the
you know what that
that's
is?
the mindset butterfly.
You know what that
effect.
is, John? That's the meme with the dominoes.
That's the Jesus to
Yep.
Mark Ruffalo's Oscar.
We have we have referenced that meme 25 episodes in a row. But the fact that Mark Ruffalo should drop down to his knees and thank Jesus Christ, not for the salvation, but for the Oscar.
For the Oscar, yeah.
That's incredible.
Jesus didn't die on the cross. Mark Ruffalo doesn't get an Oscar.
Yo, I had to.
Spotlight. Spotlight.
I had to. Oh, can I get a water, by the way?
I missed that part.
Bring
of the
four,
podcast.
actually.
I was out of the studio for that part of the podcast last week, so when I saw that meme go live,
You're
I was like,
what?
I'm like, Zach, why are you tweeting fucking the word rape all over our Twitter?
I was surprised to see the word.
The hard R.
He started out, but it was still like,
Yeah.
even with it was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. I was like,
Guess we're doing that.
Rape in the same meme.
Yeah.
We are going somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, but then again, we're just stating facts. It wasn't our fault.
No, that was one of the most like, logical things I've ever fucking heard. Because of Easter, I had to have the death.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I interrupt that real quick?
Yeah.
I guess actually, now your segue makes better sense. I had something real quick I wanted to say, but what were yours?
Just say it.
I just want to defend Prince Andrew real quick.
No, your segue makes sense. Adds up.
I'll tell you what, I think yours. I don't think there's any segue in the world that could make sense with yours. So let's go.
It's a very quick thing. I saw the Daily Mail tweet an article the other day about how Prince Andrew was, he went on it was called a bombshell report that one time Prince Andrew went to like an 1,100 acre farm, estate, whatever for vacation, and just stayed in a room and masturbated for 2 days straight. And I just want to say that part's okay. There are other things Prince Andrew did that I vehemently disagree with.
Dude,
I think that sounds like a nice weekend.
If it wasn't for the rape, he'd be my hero. That's the kind of behavior I want. I want to get to a point where I'm rich enough that I can like go to a 1,300-acre farm for vacation, but
see a 12-by-6 room,
and confident enough to be like, I don't want to go horseback riding. I don't want to do outdoor stuff. I just want to jerk off in this room.
And it was back in the day too, so it was the cable porn. I don't even know what that means.
Like the Spice Channel?
I guess. I believe the exact thing was,
watching porn on a cable TV. Oh my God.
It's but like this, like right here, like stay in a VIP suite alone for 2 days to watch porn on cable TV, and it says like bombshell report, and there's a lot of bombshell reports on Prince Andrew. This one doesn't really fall into the
bombshell report. Prince Andrew behaves like every guy on vacation wants to behave.
Always an oversexed, boob-ogling adolescent.
You know, some things don't leave our body.
Yeah,
that's who we are. From fucking 13 to 113, that's kind of who we are. Some people control it better than others. You know, I would say Prince Andrew is on the other end of the spectrum of handling it. You know? But like when you go on these vacations...
He should have gone on this vacation 1 billion times. And then
he'd be fine.
He'd be fine.
Right.
But he went on this vacation once, people called him weird. He's like, I gotta do something else.
All right, if you're gonna call me an oversexed boob-ogling ass, then bring in a 14-year-old. Then I won't be alone in the 12-by-6 room. I'll have a companion. Is that better now? Are you guys happy now, Daily Mail?
Are you happy, Queen?
Grandma, does this make sense? Grandma, you happy?
He said, I'm picturing him like the fucking kid in Wedding Crashers. Will this make you love you? Make you love me?
It was a gift. What was his name? Todd? Is it Todd? Yes, classic character. I want to be at the point where I can like go on a vacation like that and be like, I'm doing what I want to do. Whistlepig was awesome. And I'm wearing the Whistlepig. Whistlepig. I mean, I got the slippers on because when you go to the Whistlepig farm, they're just like, you want to do activities or not? Like you can just hang out and chill. You don't have to do a fucking thing. And I was like, yes. That's where I want my vacation to be.
Dude, I brought my Whistlepig slippers too.
Hell yeah, they're fucking
the best.
amazing slippers.
Brought these? Yeah. I thought that Whistlepig sent some more.
No, these are the ones I like from our first trip.
Wow.
Because I was like, I just wanted to eat like gourmet food, and you know, if I could have, if I was all alone, I would have masturbated in a 12-by-6 room. It would have been like, do you want to go like snowmobile? No. I want to do anything. I want to do this.
You got a cable TV? Pop that in here.
Yeah. Give me the Spice Channel, and we are good.
Pop that in here. Put the do not disturb tag on the door on your way out. Thank you very much. I'll see you at checkout. But anyway, what was your thing about?
Well, your segue was good. Mine's about my children. So you know.
Okay, so we'll do an ad read.
I had to have the death and afterlife talk with Shay, which is something I've been wanting to put off for a long fucking time.
So dumb. It brings up the most awkward subject.
Right. I was like, fuck this. I would not be talking about it if we didn't have this dumb goddamn holiday.
So it started Sunday instead of have deep conversations with my daughter day.
It started, I think last podcast I mentioned that Shay said to me, do you think he's still on the cross? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I was like, this fucking world where we teach these kids right away that homeboy was nailed to a cross and stabbed in the gut and bled out for days and all that shit.
A lot of blood.
A lot of blood, aspirated everywhere.
The sharp crown. Yeah, that got in there.
The whole nine. So she says to me, I can't remember exactly how it started, but I think she said, where is Jesus now? Like, she was like, Jesus is like, he rose, right? She like knew the word rose, but didn't really. And she was like, so where is he? And I was like, oh, well, now he's in heaven. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, well, he died and then came back and then went to heaven. But she was like, what's heaven? She started asking me that. So I'm like, heaven is the best place in the world. I guess it's not technically in the world. But I was going
to correct you on that.
I was like, it's the best place.
I did. The 6-year-old probably didn't catch it, but I got it.
But she kind of did in the sense.
In the world.
In the sense that, like, so I said to her, it's the best place. I said, if you wanted a new makeup kit, you just think of it and it appears. You want to hang out with all your friends.
I love
and
that
family.
that was your first go-to.
Yeah, because that's what she wants right now, right? And like I said, like your friends and family are there, and like everything's a trampoline and a party or whatever. And she was like, "What?" I tweeted it from my put it from my Twitter because it was the way she said it was like it was so perfect because she's thinking this is like a place that you can just kind of go to. You know, and I'm sitting here trying to explain it's actually like when if you're lucky when you die is the made up fucking story.
Yeah, she wanted to go there like it was the mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she goes, where is it? She goes, so wait, if I'm in heaven and I just wish for makeup, it appears? And I said, yeah. And she goes, oh my gosh, heaven is the best. And I was like, yeah, no, heaven's dope. It's pretty cool. I was like, but you only go there once, you know, like you get one shot. And that's what was not getting through. I was like, she goes, so like, when did you go to heaven? And I was like, I didn't go to heaven. Because once you go to heaven, you never come back. And she was like, you're there forever? And I was like, yeah. She was like, that started to freak her out a little bit. And I had to I was just skipping over the dead part. Like,
yeah.
You die. Your body gasps for air as you
probably shit yourself.
Oh, you shit yourself while you desperately want to breathe another breath, while you want to live one more day and beat another beat, and your body gives out on you and you shit yourself and you die and your loved ones are crushed.
Yeah.
Then you go to heaven.
Yeah. Then you get all the makeup you want.
God, I don't want to be doing this at all.
All you have to sacrifice your soul. That's it.
But somebody said to me like, you're being a bad dad. And I was like, fuck you. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to tell her the truth? Somebody was like, that's why you shouldn't get her hopes up. You want me to tell a 6-year-old that we're just like a carbon-based life form that expires at a certain part and then it's eternal blackness forever?
That's why you shouldn't get her. That's why you shouldn't get that 6-year-old's hopes up. Let him know what it is from the jump.
Yeah. Eventually you're gonna die like a worm in the dirt, and that's it.
What do you think? You think you're gonna enjoy any second of this, you fucking idiot?
Like, come on, man. Another one was like,
if your fucking parenting style was don't let them get their hopes up. You're raising school shooters exclusively.
It's so true. Don't worry, honey. You're going to go to heaven soon when you do suicide by cop at middle school tomorrow.
Dude, it is very funny you say, because me and my buddy were talking about this the other day, you saying that like all she wants is makeup.
Yeah,
because like
that shit.
It is, dude. It's so like I two of my best friends have sons now, and they're like 2 and 3 or whatever. They're crazy young, and they're two of the most like progressive people I know. Like they're like, dude, if he wants to be a ballerina, he can be a ballerina.
Yeah.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants. We don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these kids come in the room, and they're just like, where are the trucks?
Yeah.
It's like
some things
weird.
are fucking Keegan.
I played trucks with them for like 6 hours straight.
They love it.
You want to play trucks?
Yeah. What does play trucks even mean? But yeah, let's do it. When Keegan was first like old enough to start to do things, he had an older sister, so he just fell in line and he was like wearing dresses and high heels and shit. And right away, I got family members being like, "Oh my god, no, he's gay. We gotta like figure out, you know, how to raise him and how to." I was like, "What do you want to put him like conversion therapy? What are you talking about?" But I was kind of like, first of all, relax because he's like 2. Second of all, if he is like all good, and then like a year later, once he was old enough to kind of make his own decisions, trucks. Fucking weapons, fucking like destruction, like and Shay meanwhile is like, you know, like combing the horse's mane, you know, and I'm like, some things, man, I don't know what's what, but I'm telling you, certain things in certain people are just in their DNA.
Yeah.
Like that boy is a boy by our standards, and that girl is a girl, and like, yeah, he sometimes wears his sister's Uggs to school, whatever, no big deal. Yeah, but when he comes home, he wants to. I actually have to. I'm enforcing a rule, and I catch him doing it every time. He's fucking nasty at Minecraft. And I don't know how Minecraft works. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the point of it is. I don't know how to do it. I can't like police it, you know? All I know is that I keep catching him fucking slaughtering pigs and cows. And I yell at him. I go, what's the one rule? And he goes, no killing animals. Because I'm like, I don't know what you're doing right now, but you shouldn't be just killing unsuspecting cows and pigs. And so
that's a thing. Like
kids do that.
Yeah, my little brother plays it too. He used to bury them alive.
Yeah, see,
I'm
I'm
a little worried.
Your brother is a school shooter in training right now. I mean, I tell him, you know, I
was going to give him his password to our Twitch channel, but maybe not now.
Nah, do it. Good pub.
I was about to say my sister, his sister. So Shay even yells, like, I was like, what are the rules? And he was like, no killing animals. I was like, okay, like, yeah, what are you allowed to do? And Shay's like, kill zombies and bad guys. And she rattles off all the things that, like, you know, are the bad guys on the show. And I was like, this is what it's going to be. Like, good kid, bad kid.
Yeah.
She's going to follow the rules. He's not. Like, it's going to be an absolute fucking nightmare. Let's just get this over with now. But the Easter thing, my kids were like insatiable on Easter with the like the fun and the events.
You can't use that word anymore.
Yeah, insatiable is a porn word now because of Asa?
Porn word.
Yeah. Because of Asa or just because of like you have an insatiable sex drive?
No, because they've done it with a bunch of porn stars.
Yeah.
I think Asa did the first insatiable.
Yeah.
Now there's a ton of insatiables and and also like when I read it, like Asa's like I learned the word.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what insatiable meant until
I was like, I'm Googling what is it like when you can't stop fucking people? And you say you have an insatiable sex drive.
I wasn't Googling the definition. I was just Googling scenes. And I gathered it. I put it together.
Well, I had to, like, I brought them over to my mom's house. We're like, oh, the Easter Bunny came to grandma's. And like they opened up their Easter baskets and they did a little egg hunt. And they were kind of like, cool. That was cool. And I was like, fuck. So then I had to, I ran around collecting the eggs that they had already collected, went back outside and hid them in the backyard and wrote another fake note from the Easter Bunny.
Fill them with more candy.
Huh?
Fill them with more
candy.
Filled
with coins, actually. They've been doing it. They're on a money kick right now.
That.
And yeah, they keep going, I'm rich. And I was like, look,
they'll come back around the candy one day, don't worry.
Everything goes full circle. I had to write another note from the Easter Bunny, and I was like, kids, there's more eggs in the backyard. And then I wrote another one while they were in the backyard. I was hiding more in the front yard because these kids were just like not impressed enough with my Easter effort. It's like, fuck, this whole thing is stupid. The whole concept of Easter, whether it's religious or the fun part of it, Easter sucks, man.
Easter it's also now it's become like I don't even know why people use Instagram anymore. I don't know why people use any social media anymore. I'm off it. I'm done with it.
That's good. We don't need that or anything.
But all Instagram is like it's just both Twitter and Instagram are just quick ways to ruin something you enjoy. Yep. Or not enjoy, but like if you like looking at pictures of like families in Easter outfits, spend 3 minutes on Instagram. You'll be sick of it and you'll never want to do it again.
Yeah.
If you like a certain like meme trend, such as like yesterday people were doing like GIFs or whatever of what it would be like if you just walked out of the tomb. Like, yeah. So there were a bunch of different examples of it. It was like, what if it was you were the first one I saw the mic's on. And then there was some gifts, and then there was like basketball announcers calling it. Yeah. And like by the end, I was like,
I'm done.
You guys beat the joke to shit.
Yeah.
Did you see the joke? The joke.
Yeah.
The fucking what do you call it? Template. The template of the joke.
You're right.
So you're like, all right, this is what the whole day is. I'm done.
The one guy, the skateboard one I saw was unbelievable. Did you see that?
I don't know about that.
It was like, can you go to my Twitter and pull it up? I quote tweeted it with the original tweet because some guy said, if you were Jesus stepping out of the tomb, like how would you have done it?
Oh yeah.
And it was this.
Yeah, that was one of the ones.
This skater was, where was it? I guess it was a little before that. No, because I had quote tweeted search tomb, quote Control F tomb. Yeah, so click that one. Teach you, man. Let's go up.
This one?
Nope. How fucking awesome is that? How fucking incredible is that dismount off the fucking half pipe? I was like, this one, I was going to try to come up with one. I was like, nope, that's it. I'm fine. That's what people need to learn. What you are talking about, why it gets ruined, is because not enough people look at a template, a viral thread, a meme, whatever you want to call that, and there was a couple other funny ones. Like, those are all better than what I'm going to come up with.
Yeah.
And now I'm almost like poisoned by theirs. Like I'm thinking of like, what are other skateboarding? No, it's just done. Unless you had something really fucking funny and it killed it, just be a spectator. You don't have to. You can be a spectator in life. You don't have to be a competitor, a contributor.
That's what I've
to the world
started with it.
Social media, but also everything. Sometimes you can just be a spectator.
My Twitter is I don't know if it's new Twitter. My Twitter is just weird now. But like I could not go on Twitter for 2 hours, and then if I refresh it, it just shows me like 20 tweets, and then I'm back at where I left it. So I don't spend much time on it anymore. But I was having that exact thought yesterday. So I was at the airport bar, the Delta Lounge. Yeah, I got a platinum card, whatever. Hey. And it actually sucks in Atlanta. It sucks. It's like it was. But I'm sitting at the bar, drinking water, eating tomato soup, trying to poop. And, and I was watching the.
I just like to check Jackie's face.
And I was watching the Celtics game. And there were a bunch of times where I wanted to be like, whoa, holy shit.
But why?
Like, there's no fucking need to do that.
No, I know.
It's so many, it just comes a feed of fucking be like, holy shit, holy shit.
Yes.
Like,
why does your input matter that much?
I like to do it with Liverpool because it's funny, where I just tweet like a solid gif or something like that. But like, it's like, you don't need to comment on every fucking thing, every goal, everything.
Everything.
Whoa, that was crazy. Yeah, I know.
Fucking watch what I like actually for the Mets podcast, we like snaked some shit. We like went in, now that you can do Twitter communities, we just made New York Mets, the community.
Oh, really?
So it's just technically like under our control. It's just called New York Mets. So we have like 5,000 members in it already. But that, I can send my tweets to just that timeline because that is where I do want to just be like, that ball was outside. But I don't want everybody's. That's so annoying for the timeline to just see you live tweet like every aspect of what you were watching. But in general, also the idea of like, I need to contribute to every single thing and not just consume is the problem. It's like, you're not that funny or that important. So, and you don't need to come in and ruin the joke. Just let there's a bunch that have 50,000 retweets already. Those are the funny ones. Let that fucking be, man. But yeah, that especially the like, no way! It's like, let's go!
Like, how about this? I'll retweet the winning play for because that's what people are looking for. People who aren't watching,
they want to know the score. They want to know what's happening. Right? No way! What? No way! What?
I'll just retweet the play.
Yeah,
how about that?
Yeah, for sure, man. But the what was the tweet you saw explaining Easter? Because that was why we started talking about this. How just stupid Easter is.
I saw?
Yeah, you told me last night.
It was. This was funny. Where it was like this is my favorite template of tweet, by the way. Conversation.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and it was Jesus. When I come back, make sure there are eggs. Apostles. What? Jesus. And I don't want to be able to see them. Apostles. What? Bunny. I'll help hide. The apostles. What?
Like, what? You can do that with every holiday. Like, why? But the idea that Jesus is coming from the dead for our sins, but we'll also have an oversized bunny who hides things. What?
At least
actually, can you Google that real quick? Like, origin of Easter bunny.
You gotta tip your cap to. I get. It's kind of like a Rob Manfred thing, where. I don't think people are the old heads, and I don't think really the young heads either are happy with what he's doing.
No,
but he is making attempts to get a little younger.
Yeah,
and the little party's got to respect that. A lot of it's dumb as shit.
Yeah,
right. Like I actually just saw a clip today of I think it was a Worcester Sox game, or it might have been a Portland Sea Dogs game, and it was fucking I'm forgetting his name, but the Sox prospect Hernandez got 2 strikeouts in the inning. Both of them, he only threw 2 strikes. Or he actually struck outside, but in 2 of the strikeouts, he only threw 2 strikes. Because you have to be ready. It's one of those things that they're testing out the rule to see if they're going to get to the MLB. But like, you have to be ready to bat with 9 seconds left on the pitch clock. And both times they weren't.
And that you get enforced a strike?
It's a strike, yeah. So
he threw 2, and the third one was
it was one.
The first one,
the second,
yeah, okay.
One of the second strike. I think the batter put his hand up.
So some dude is sitting there, and they're just like strike.
It's the young catcher is like strike.
I do kind of like. I mean, it's annoying, but I mean, let's fucking go here, you know. Have you seen the Savannah Bananas?
Too much for me.
Oh no, I need more.
It depends. I haven't seen everything. The flaming bat I saw, but then I looked at their page.
Did you see the stilts?
I didn't see the stilts.
Dude, there's a guy pitching on stilts. He's 13 feet tall. And he's pitching. He throws it over the plate. He throws like a regular pitch. He's huge. And he's like,
I went to their page recently for something, and like the pin tweet was, or maybe it wasn't the pin tweet. The pin tweet was a flaming bat still, and it was. I scrolled down a bit, and it was like a guy doing a ballerina dance to the plate.
Yeah, that
I was like,
look at
all
this,
right,
bro. No, go to the top. It was the top. Watch him come out of the dugout.
What the fuck?
This is him batting, which is just.
So what?
So how is he even gonna fucking like? What are we? So he just throws it super high.
Yeah.
He throws it like it's. Oh, you're trying to go to the first. And then he came in and pitched yesterday. Go to the top one. Scroll up.
But now is this
When he comes out of the dugout, it's incredible. Look at go all the way to the very top. There was him coming out. Yeah, this one. Just like when he steps out, it's so fucking good.
I can see this being a fun experience at the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd love watching on TV or something
I
like
can
that.
get a kick out of this all day long.
The clips are funny.
Can you see when he's pitching? He because he throws it over the plate, like he gets an out, and then just like walks his way back. They do the flaming bat was a little bit of a obviously like a little gimmick. There was something.
Are they like actual baseball players? Like are they working towards?
They're like I think they're like.
They're more
self-aware. Yes.
Okay.
It's North Carolina and South Carolina teams. They like are in just those two states. Or no, because Savannah's in Georgia, right?
Savannah's in Georgia.
So I thought there was something about the Carolinas are like most of the teams. Could still be, but I guess these guys are like the.
They're very talented baseball players, but this is the pinnacle of their career.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which is I know this shit is like super silly, obviously. But like it's entertaining.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
So
for
like
sure.
What's that clip there? Oh, this is the one where you if the crowd catches it, it's an out. if you pop, it's a pop fly, and your crowd catches it, it's an out. Or like these are all so stupid.
Yeah,
like
I
need to make it entertaining.
I take it back.
I was watching the Mets game the other day. 9-inning game, Mets Phillies, was 4 hours and 4 minutes. It was a day game. And I was like off from work, but I was watching my kids and took them to the park and stuff. So I kind of consumed it on the phone and on the radio. And if you're like young and you're in college or whatever, you can kind of consume it. People at work can't do shit. But it was over 4 hours. And I was thinking like you can do the pitch clock thing and you can do these little things. It's just not practical to do something 162 times, but it's also 4 hours a pop.
Right.
Football can be 4 hours because you have one a week. And you have one day where it's like, I'll watch all these games, they're all 4 hours, but this day is for...
You can't do it.
I got shit to do.
You can't do it 6 out of 7 nights a week.
Right. Like I got a podcast to do, I got kids to watch. If you want to watch anything else, it's like, oh, this new show is out and the Mets are on for the next 8 days in a row. Like it's just not a practical fucking piece of content.
Yeah.
It was back in the 1930s when people were like, do you want to go to the parade and watch people walk by or do you want to like watch the game? I'll watch baseball.
And there were also fucking 6 teams.
Right. But now it's like I can stream on Twitch and make money while I do it. I can, look at like all the most funny people in the world. I can stream this. I can watch that. I wouldn't do any of this. I don't know why I do this.
Yeah, it is. I like that. I've always... So I used to, when I watched baseball a lot more, I used to be 162.
Oh, when I was younger, would not miss a game.
5 years ago, I was watching 162 a year.
Right.
Maybe even more recently than that. And the pandemic took a lot out of baseball for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why baseball specifically. Mm-hmm. I think maybe because the Sox weren't good at the time either. But I haven't really, I think I will this year because they seem like a fun team this year. I think I'll bounce back more. But I really hadn't bounced back that much.
That's the main thing is also... the Mets right now are so fun, so I'm happy to watch fucking 5-hour games.
Yeah.
Watching bad baseball now when all these options are around is not feasible. It's not reasonable to ask like a young person to do that. It's like, hey, you want to watch this shitty team who can't score any runs for your entire evening or your entire afternoon? No.
And it's also, I think there's a thing too with like bad teams after they've given you what you wanted.
Yeah, you've already won, and you mean like you won the championship?
Yeah,
I'm still like climbing the
it's like, look, we've been to the mountaintop. I'm not fucking...
It's as good as it gets. I've already experienced
I'm not doing this shit with you anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
Where you're kind of like, I still need my reward. Like, I've got my reward.
What do you think is like
it's literally the definition of a bandwagon fan. But there's also some truth to it. Where it's like, I'm not fucking... hanging around.
Dedicated my life.
I'm not doing 4 hours a night.
Right.
When I know what it's like when it's good.
Right. And I know that like we're not going to score. Yeah. What do you think the equivalent for like, I always kind of say that reality shows are like sports for chicks, generalizing speaking, you know. What do you think? Like,
I think that's incorrect. I think sports are reality shows for guys.
Yeah.
I know it's saying literally the same thing,
Right.
But I think most guys care more about the drama than they do about what's happening on the field.
Right. Dude,
Well,
I went on a whole...
A lot of people, like yesterday, like a lot of Boston fans were fucking more jacked up about Kyrie giving the finger than they were about the Tatum game.
Because those are the storylines.
Right,
like,
exactly. That's why the NBA is so successful.
What you need is like a good combo where like the game matters and you get the drama, because otherwise there's no reason to hate the player or the fan, you know? So you do need the sport there, but always when you learn about the new stars, like hot girlfriend, that's always a big deal. When there's a player, fan, like two players fought in the clubhouse, like why? When you hear that like somebody was fucking Brent Barry fucked Tony Parker's wife, that's like the drama that people love, and that's what all of just like reality shows are all the time. And people don't want to admit that.
Right.
I was fighting the ocean. I was fighting the tides on like a Friday, last Friday. I think the same day I was out with my kids and shit. I'm just sitting there on Twitter fucking with people because I did a Kardashian video and they're like, "Who cares?" I'm like, so many people, so many fucking people care. It's just that you don't care. And
we've talked about that before. Where who cares? It pisses me off. I don't care. That's fine.
Right. And if you want to say it sucks and you don't care, fine, but put some fucking ownership on that, because I think way more people probably care about this. It's like widespread and everyone can. I think caring about sports is the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I do it, but I openly acknowledge that, you know, people are like, well, these guys are talented though. At what? Jumping off the ground higher than other people? Running from point A to point B faster than someone else?
It's all
Carrying a ball across a painted line to score imaginary points is important, but you know who this girl is married to and who this guy is fucking isn't. It's all just dumb forms of entertainment.
You just have to learn that everything in the world is stupid.
Everything's stupid, and you don't yuck your young. Don't yuck my young.
Opinion.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't matter. Your form of entertainment doesn't matter. Just let people like what they like and realize that none of them are better than the other. You know. Even like politics, it's like you're arguing just like your side. It's the same thing as being like, I like the Cowboys. You know, you like the Democrats. It's all just dumb arguments that you're doing to entertain yourself, and you're not above anybody else who has their own version of that. So fuck you. All right, top 5. Now let's get to some important things like best places to pee. Today's top 5 is brought to you by Simplisafe. You could catch someone peeing in your backyard with the new Simplisafe outdoor camera that also goes along with your indoor cameras to make sure that not only just your home, but your entire property is safe. So Simplisafe has gone above and beyond now, where you can have the motion sensors for outside when you can see people or animals or whatever that may be fucking with your property. They've got the indoor cameras, all HD, to make sure that you can keep an eye on all the different rooms in your home, and of course all the alarms and connections to the police department, the fire department, poison control, whoever else you might need to make sure that your home, your belongings, and your loved ones are all safe. Now, me, I don't have any belongings that I care about. You know, you can pretty much have any.
I don't have either, so.
Yeah, you got nothing, bro.
I'd casually walk out of my house if it was on fire.
I mean, we saw it. If we had Simplisafe here, we would have known, and maybe the alarms would have scared that guy off. Instead, we were just
sponsored by Simplisafe.
Instead, we were just gonna wait till we got hit in the head with a hammer and died. But if we had Simplisafe, we would have been all good, because the police would have been on their way and the sirens would have been going off, and we would have been like, "Go away, burglar!" But we don't have Simplisafe, so we sit here in fear, in trepidation. And you don't have to do that. Make sure that you keep everything safe and sound with Simplisafe.com. It's SIMPLI safe.com /KFC radio. And you can get the free indoor security camera plus 20% off the interactive monitoring package. That's Simplisafe.com /KFC radio for a free HD camera and 20% off the interactive monitoring. Top 5 places to pee, which got the people going.
Very, very.
I just kind of tuned in. I knew this was going to be a top 5, so I didn't want to didn't want to be, poisoned by. I didn't want the poison by the I was going to say something about poisoning the well. I don't know. But People were riled up, huh?
Yeah, people.
And this is when Twitter's at its best.
Which is a stupid thing like
Yes,
this. Yeah.
and that's why
when everyone agrees it's stupid.
I want Elon to buy it, and I want to go back to the good old days where it was just like I used to do with EMTC, where it was like, let's pick an on purpose irrational take, and let's have some fucking fun with it, and argue it like it really matters, and like the best places to pee.
There's a clear one, and it feels like I'm going to get it because you pointed at me.
Yeah, you can pick.
Backyard.
Yeah, just. Now, does that just mean the outdoor, or can we separate?
Outdoors,
Okay.
outdoors. But like backyard in particular is pretty good because there's a little naughtiness to it. Backyard's like fucking secretary. You're like, there's
This is like a porn
back at the
category.
house, there's some fucking places I'm supposed to piss.
Right.
There's some fucking people I'm supposed to
Okay,
fuck.
now
But
here's
out
my
here,
question.
There's a fucking...
Yeah, I got a wife
there's
at home, and I like...
nasty little tree that's been fucking antagonizing.
That dirty tree is going to get a little dirty, a little water sports.
It's
Little
salacious being in the own backyard.
Okay, so do you like the naughtiness, the taboo up here, or do you like the feeling of just the blowing in the wind?
It's both.
Because when you get it on on a right day, where it's like,
yeah,
you know, it's
blowing in the wind is good. I think probably the
your nuts tighten up and your dick's flopping in the wind.
Bro, I'm gonna say some shit right now.
No.
It only happened once, but I used to do it a lot. There were a lot of opportunities for it. So because I stay up late, so when I was living at home, my parents would be like, "You go to bed. Make sure you take the dog out first." Gotcha.
Didn't.
I would drink a lot of water so I could pee outside with her.
That's not bad. Is that what you're gonna say? Or did it get worse?
One time she ran under.
You pissed on your own dog.
Just
a stripe right down her back.
Two gangsters just in the backyard fucking having a piss.
Trying to cross streams.
Yeah, she'd be squatted over here. I'd be like fucking stripe, baby. And then one time she finished and like saw a squirrel or something.
Yeah.
It was a woof, and I was like, Jesus Christ, Patty. So I kind of peed on my dog once. No one tell my parents, sister, brother, anything.
This is places to pee.
Play.
Not like time, like best piss. Like it's. Are we doing best peas or
I would
best
say
places?
places.
Okay,
Places.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the undisputed king for me and all other honest people out there. The pool.
Pool.
Peeing in the pool is cool, and it's what you do, and it doesn't matter. You're in like 10,000 gallons of water, and you're gonna put a little drip drop in there, and it doesn't really fucking matter. So get off your high horse if you are no, I'm not even gonna say A or B. It's just you're a liar because I know you're doing it. I know you're doing it. And if you're, I swear to God, if you are a person that is like, oh, wait a minute. Yep, gotta pee. Let me swim over to the fucking ladder. Let me get up those steps and walk somewhere with your fucking traipse in the water everywhere. You're soaking wet anyway to then get to a urinal or a toilet, especially if you're a chick. You're in a one piece, you're taking that thing down. You're gonna sit there and pee and then waddle your wet. Get the fuck out of here. If you're one of those people, I don't want to know you as a person. I don't trust you. I can't, your logic is flawed. I don't want to know your decision-making process. You are a fucking wacko. Just pee in the fucking pool with everybody else.
Pee in the pool like a child.
Yes.
You know what I like to do sometimes in the pool?
Poop?
No. But you ever, maybe you've been drinking all day in the sun, you're a little dehydrated. Maybe you took some vitamins that morning. But you ever have kind of a yellow pee, and if you force it out hard enough and you look down, you can see it coming out of your bathing suit?
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
But
That's just classic
but
humor
then
right
I kind of
there.
go like this because I don't want people to see the pee cloud. You know what I mean?
You feel like you're pissing like gaseous poison.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, no, it seems like
I'm a superhero.
Yeah, it seems like you're a
when
villain.
in the
You're like.
It's like when you're in the shower and you let the water run down your dick tip and your fingertips.
Yep.
And you're like, look at me, I'm Waterman.
Yeah, Waterman. I've
Dude,
been
when I was
saying.
a kid, it took me a lot of showers to figure out. From the first time I noticed it to when I stopped to when I was like, oh wait, it's just the water running down.
Yeah, you thought you were. Yeah.
It wasn't the first shower.
That's too many.
I don't know how many showers it was.
Anything
but
over one is too many
I was
for you
like,
to think you were actually a
why is it
superhero.
just dumping out of my fingertips right now?
I think that they should, if they haven't, they should invent the purple chlorine thing.
And just have, like, you finally catch someone?
Yeah, I think that should be real. Or like a way to prank somebody. Like if you want to fuck with your buddy, like there's like a little like bath bomb. You can just put like a little purple tablet in there. And
it's gonna be real small, but
yeah,
little something.
yeah. Oh, you know what I would do? Oh, we need prank bathing suits. that like whatever's on there, all of a sudden just like the purple comes out of it. So you're like, yeah, man, like here's a new bathing suit. And then you go in the pool like, I did it. But some way to actually make the purple, what a great lie. An unnecessary one, because who cares? At the end of the day, peeing in the pool is okay. But some like camp counselor out there came up with that lie to make sure that his kids weren't all peeing in the pool.
No, that was his dad. That wasn't a camp counselor.
But yeah, probably. But I will say, as much as I'm like, yeah, you can pee in the pool, the thought of like at camp or a class or a birthday party when there's just like 50 kids in like a relatively small pool and they're all peeing, you probably do affect the water.
Yeah.
It probably does get kind of gross. So whoever.
There are some places like you see like the wave pools in China. Like you can't. That's a pool. That's a pool of piss.
But yeah, I mean, at that point, the pendulum goes the other way, and it's like whatever. You might as well shit then too. Start coming, shitting. This whole thing is disgusting.
Have you ever peed into a pool, not in a pool, like standing
outside? I have not done that.
I'm not that much of an animal.
So my friends in high school, it was our last day. They just stopped going to class and walked around. We were all on swimming, and they fucking hated it. So they just went and ripped a piss right into the pool.
I've heard stories of like people telling their kids like, it's okay, like go pee in the pool, and they do that.
Yeah,
they stand there and pee in it. It's great. Good, clean fun. It's disgusting. It's actually dirty fun, whatever. But pee is sterile. So anyway,
Number 2, the full size urinal.
Like up to your
comes up to like
the floor to the neck. Yeah, totally unnecessary, but good.
It's only in classy establishments, so you know you're having a nice dinner if you're taking that piss. Second of all, the best part of peeing outside is just the freedom to put it anywhere.
Yes,
and with that, there are very few places in the world where you get to piss and point it up.
Yeah,
you get to piss and point it up there,
and successfully, like you know what I mean. You can do that whenever you want, but it will go everywhere.
And you can kind of make it like your own little waterfall.
Yeah,
you can piss the top and it comes down. You can paint the whole fucking wall with it.
You know what's funny is
really the best place to pee. We have a lot of surface area.
If you're peeing, if you got top to bottom, right? You're just peeing down. If you're just peeing down, right? Theoretically, the extra like 3-4 feet just don't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
But if it were only like a foot high, you'd be like, I'm gonna piss in this.
It would be,
you know what I mean? It would fuck with your mind. It'd be like peeing in a toilet, you know? Number 2 for me is the shower pee. Also another thing, I think we have progressed enough as a society to be unafraid to proclaim that you pee in the shower. But there are still chicks out there, I think, who are like, I don't watch porn, and I don't pee in the pool, and I don't pee in the shower, and it's like, you're a fucking liar.
I haven't hung out with any of those girls since high school.
Yeah, if you're a girl or a guy, but if you're a person that claims they don't pee in the shower, get out of my life. Get out of my life. That's just an unnecessary lie. Like you're lying for no reason. B, I can tell that means you think you're better than me. You think you're better than me because I pee in the pool, in the shower, and you don't.
The shower is a crazy one to not admit.
I mean,
what am I doing? Like riding the pipes? Don't be an idiot. There's literally nothing wrong with peeing in the shower.
Yeah.
This is a joke. I'm sure I've told this podcast before, but one of the funniest things I ever heard in my life was this is when I was in like college. I was dating a girl, and it was like a shore house kind of deal, and she's like, I'm going to take a shower real quick, and my buddy just very casually, I think we had Laguna Beach on TV, just very casually goes, hey, make sure you don't slip because you'll get pregnant. And it was like, the way he said it was so goddamn fucking funny. And it's like, yeah, guess what? Sometimes we come in the shower too.
Yeah, there's just a pipe and a hole.
Right.
It's the easiest place to do things.
I don't have to unbutton anything. I don't have to flush anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to zip anything. I don't have to. I don't even call. What do you call a belt? What do you call?
Fasten. Fasten your
belt. I
belt.
don't even fasten the belt.
Yep.
I do nothing. It's
just comes out and you're done.
You can get out of the shower.
You can blow your nose. You can do all that.
Pissing the shower is one I've pissed into before.
Yeah. Just stand on the outside and
Dude, I
try to hit the hole.
Pretty convinced I had a childhood shower I ruined.
Yeah. Why?
How
you ruined a shower with piss?
Super rusty.
I thought we just said that we're not concerned.
Well, I wouldn't. Like, there would be no flushing or anything.
Oh, so it would just be straight urine.
Yeah, and like I
think you're fine, to be honest, but I do get what you're saying.
It's just like I don't know the science, but there could be very sound science that proves I didn't.
Right.
But when it happened when I was younger and we had to get a new shower, I was like, that was my fault.
You're up.
The urinal full of ice. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't
The
know
trough?
I don't know. No, not the trough. The urinal full of ice.
Got it.
I
I love that because it feels like cleaner. It feels like it's not gonna smell as much, and like the ice kind of like you melt the ice. First of all, it's fun to melt the ice. You see how high it pisses.
It gives you a little game. You get to melt the ice.
Yeah.
But now here's the thing. I'm going to say something. And I might be stealing one of your answers because this was a popular comeback to me. Despite liking the ice, there are two things I dislike.
Flashback?
One, no. Two other places I dislike. One is the urinal, which I feel like is always at airports. They put a little fly in it.
Yeah.
And
I'm not about that.
Every time I think it's a real fucking fly.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, what?
That's
what?
gross.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind. It's just this fucking thing.
Right. No.
I guess it's been very strategic. I Googled it. I guess it's been very useful in
Makes people like
people. That's
I mean, if you can't pee in a urinal,
men are.
Yo, a urinal is an open.
I have to give you a very specific target in a urinal.
I can see it in a toilet.
Yeah,
but a urinal, dude, you need help with a urinal.
It's just somewhere
That's
to piss.
Crazy.
And I also don't care for pissing in snow.
I don't like
that
my
wasn't
dick.
even on your list.
No, it wasn't.
People are going to be furious. It's on neither of our lists. I'll tell you
well,
that.
I'm actually going to struggle with these last, what do I have, 3 more? Because I didn't have a list ready. So I'm going to need to come up with some. So I might have come up with snow. But I don't like pulling my dick out in the cold like that.
Yeah, that's a good point,
I don't like that, being exposed to the
That's
elements.
a good point.
And I also,
I'll be honest, also don't get to see much yellow. If I got more yellow, I'd be fine. But most of it just melts.
Mouse, I feel it's immature.
It feels immature?
It feels immature. Yeah. Writing your name in the snow, I feel like you're immature.
Started with 1, I pissed on my dog. At 3, we're already like, snow's immature.
Because I'll tell you why. Because of this, my next pick here, number 3. I can't believe I got this 3rd pick. The sink. Peeing in the sink. I'll tell you why. That's not even about fun or even ease of use. It's not. That's like utility. Like sometimes there's only one bathroom and someone's shitting and you're stuck and you're like, I'm gonna piss my pants. And then, because a lot of times when you're pissing in the sink, you're either, I gotta go so bad and there's no option, so I'm pissing, so that feels great. Or like the bathroom is upstairs or downstairs or far away and you're lazy. So you're satiating that laziness where it's like, I'm just gonna fucking piss right here. But either way, when I'm on my tippy toes and I lay my balls on the counter and I just get my tip over the edge of the sink, I'm happy.
You go balls on the counter with it.
It depends on the height of the, you know what I mean? And the if the counter is really gross, I might try to not to. But like right now I gotta get tippy toes.
I mean, I told you put a nice slab of granite in front of me.
Your dick's going on it. Your balls going on.
My dick's gonna have to touch it.
Yeah.
It's just, I am sexually attracted to granite.
Cold oven. Yeah.
The way granite feels on your peep, if you're not fucking rubbing your dick over all the granite you see, is there granite in this house? Yeah.
I'm more of a limestone kind of man, but I'll go with the granite. Marble's probably the holy grail.
Yeah.
Some nice, like, lacquered marbles.
Stay away from this countertop.
Yeah, no, you guys are a little late on that one.
All right, you're up.
Number 4, Gatorade bottle.
Ooh.
It's the sex of piss.
Because you're like getting it in a hole.
Yeah.
Gatorade bottles are the sex of piss. That's hilarious. I would say that squirting is the sex of piss, but hey, whatever. I don't like that bottle. Almost it's the opposite of the sink. Is you're usually like jammed in a car, and you're about. I guess
that's
you're
fun. That adds
to me that
excitement.
That to me that feels like
I don't know.
Yes, because the answer is yes.
Yeah,
it's very, very hard. I don't care who you are, how experienced you are. It's very hard to piss in a bottle and get it done clean. It's also, you're at least getting some piss on your hands, your pants, or the car.
100%.
You know,
but it's nice to have a measurement.
A measurement.
So I just ripped 32 ounces of piss.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
It's a little science experiment actually to the car.
Because that's also one, like, if you ask me right now how many ounces do you pee per piss, I'd be like, you could tell me like 64, or you could tell me like 5.
I can tell you from the bottles I've peed into in my life, it's more than you think.
Doing the Dumb and Dumber.
Every time you're like, it's just not going to work out.
A beer bottle is, well, a Gatorade bottle, you have a chance. A beer bottle, a 12-ouncer?
Dude.
No, you're shocked.
I've had to like stock up.
You're doing the Dumb and Dumber where you slide it in?
Very counterintuitive where it's like, I got to chug this water.
Wow. So do I have another empty? What were you gonna say?
I've definitely had to like stop. We've been on long car rides. I'm like, I think I'm gonna fill this fucking thing up. I'm gonna have to cut it off and like, go again.
I never understand though. why people just don't pull over. I might even add that to my list, like the pullover piss. It's like
Same reason Jackie doesn't ask someone to stop allergic, getting her nails allergic. Because you don't want someone to...
Right, you want to be like inconvenience someone on the drive.
If I'm in the car, if I'm not in the car and I'm not driving, I will wait until it's a fucking emergency, which probably isn't great.
Right.
But until it's
that feeling, man.
I'll casually be like, hey, next time you get a chance, pull over.
And on the inside, you're like,
and they'll forget. They'll be in the left hand,
no, there it is.
right there.
64 more miles. I love when you see the sign, no more service areas for 110 miles. Like, oh boy.
I'm just describing exactly the situation that happened when we drove to Boston.
Really? Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, hey, by the way, next time you see a chance.
And just boom.
Like, fuck me. We ended up stopping like 6 miles before Boston.
I thought we stopped at the rest area though. No?
We missed one, and there was one and it was like, how close were we? We went in. Nick was like, how close were we? It was like about 6 minutes. We're right there. It just was not going to happen.
That's fine.
I recently was on one of those trolleys, like they drive around drinking, and everyone knew each other, just not well enough where all the guys were like looking around, like waiting for the first guy to take a piss into a cup or something. And thank God the guy driving the trolley was just a pro and pulled over at like a public restroom and was like,
we know
we're an hour 15 in. I know
everyone's got a piss now.
Everyone at that moment was like, all right, if we have to do it again, we're going in cups, right?
Wait, I gotta, before you go on, this reminds me of my favorite scene from Sunny, or one of my billion favorite scenes. Dude, Mac's reaction in this video is so goddamn funny. The way he wakes up. Is that piss?
Okay, I will go with get a little curveball here for you. Your pants.
Yo, that's a great one.
Pissing in
that's
your
a
pants.
great one. I wouldn't have thought of that. It's a great one. Yeah.
The last time I pissed my pants knowingly, I was in like second grade. No, I was in elementary school. I was in between first and fourth grade. And I remember I was wearing my Bugle Boy jeans. Remember, I loved them. They were actually like joggers. I was ahead of my time. They had like the elastic on the bottom and the elastic on the top. And I was running home. I really had to pee. And I made it to the bathroom, but not to the toilet. Because you know when you make it to the bathroom, your body is like, okay, we made it. We're going to like start, you know. Like, you really hold up. Like when you're in a car, you just like lock up. When you're at home, you're like, we're going to get to pee. You know what I mean? I'm going to do this. But I guess my body just let go too much, and I started to go. And I could have like tried to pinch it off and like get to the... And I just stood there 2 feet from the toilet, and I just finished my piss. And I just peed the whole pants wet. And I was just like... And it was kind of fucking like relieving. Yeah. It was like, you know, and then I had to peel off wet denim. Disgusting. I threw them out. But I was like, yeah, man. Keep my pants.
Dude, I peeled off wet denim a lot more recent than second grade, I'll tell you that.
I was never a drunk, I was never a bed pisser. I don't know.
All right, last one is I don't know how to say this really. Like off an elevated surface. Like my parents'
put your
garage
dick
was
like
like
to a balcony
floor.
and you're like,
exactly. Yeah. And then it's just like, again, you can aim up. Big into aiming up, apparently.
Yeah.
A fetish of mine, aiming piss upwards. And it's fun to just like, you can like hear, you can move back and forth and hear it fall in different places.
Oh.
Is this making sense how I'm saying it?
Because it hits like grass and then it hits
It's almost like you start
or...
like an a cappella band where it's landing in different places, and you can also get it on the side of the garage where you can get different noises. Like, my parents, it's like they have the wood garage and they have a rock like moat, if you will. I don't know, whatever you like a bed there. Then it's leaves, then it's grass.
So that's like a drum set. You have all different.
I'm hitting all kinds of different noises with it. It's a lot.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
My last pick, I will go with.
Can't say ocean. Too many sharks.
I was gonna say ocean because I never did this, but one time my cousin took a shit in the ocean,
What?
and it was so funny.
It's I've been
not the ocean. We were in the Long Island Sound. We went on his boat, and he had to shit, and he was a fisherman. He fished like all the time, so this is probably like totally normal.
Dude, you know what you call it? Those people who spend a lot of time on boats.
What?
Because I've spent a lot of time with people who spend a lot of time on boats. They lay cable.
Lay cable? I don't get it. Is there like a reason why, or that's just what they call it?
I think it's like you go out there, you're laying cable, which is like you kind of just pull your pants down, swim.
Yeah.
Shit
I mean, he just
it sounds like laying cable, like laying cable for a line.
He was just like he was kind of like pushed away from the boat and was just kind of like treading water and just like I knew that poop was coming out. I didn't see it like bloop bloop, but it was pretty funny that. And then he was just like came back to the boat.
I've never done it because I don't. We're talking about irrational fears. I think water would rush into my body.
Yeah, you go up your ass? Even though something's coming out of your ass. Your hole's open for a second. If that hole has any...
I think I'd drown. I'd drown from my butt.
That is the most irrational thing I've ever heard in my life. I will drown from my butt. Your butt's filling up and you're just like...
It's all connected. It's like it's just one pipe.
Idiot. I will go with, instead of that then, I'll go with one... That's very counterintuitive too. I'm forgetting that word.
Sure.
The porta potty.
You like this in the porta potty?
No, I hate it.
Oh, okay.
I hate it because I'm but it's like first of all, anytime you're pissing in a porta potty, it's an emergency, right? So you're like, I have to go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a porta potty, you know? And I just find them, I just did this the other day at City Field. We were tailgating before and I went into a porta potty. And I was like, I cannot believe that this is still our best system. We just like put a toilet room out there.
Someone comes and vacuums up later.
And two, every porta potty I've ever been in, there's a really good amount of shitting. Yeah. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's always in a football game.
A lot of people like will shit in a porta potty.
Football fans, a lot of blue collar workers.
A lot of poop in the potty. Yeah. And they're just like, I got a drop trowel, and because like your pants are on the ground, your butt's on the fucking, you know. I'm just like, wow, there's so much shit in here.
I bet I can count on one hand how many I've taken in a porta potty.
Oh, I can count on. I don't think I've never shit in a porta potty.
I've had a couple emergencies, but.
You're disgusting. You're an absolute disgusting creature. But every time I've been in a porta potty, it's like a bad, you know, it's like, I hate it, but that's why I like it, because it makes me feel alive. I'm like, you run in and try to hold your breath, and sometimes you run out of breath, you have to inhale the porta potty air, and you're like, it's like a war in there, and then you stumble out and you're done. And then some people fuck in there, and it's just like the porta potty is a crazy place. You fuck in a porta potty? You didn't come though, right?
No, I can't. No, maybe I did.
I don't think you did. I don't think you did.
It was Preakness. I was drunk as shit.
I think I know your story. I don't think you did. Yeah. I will tell you. I'm gonna reach out to my buddies.
That's where they run on top of them?
Yeah, they rarely. Honestly, that was. I think during this year that was like hardcore. I went. There was like a 4-year stretch where I went to Preakness every year. Yeah. 1 or 2 of the years it was like hardcore band.
Yeah.
One of the years I was there while it was raining beers on me.
I'm gonna ask my buddy. They know a list like. Of places. They will be like, oh, this restaurant, this one has the best floor to ceiling door. This one, like, if you ask him the best places to piss, he'll give you addresses. But he told me
he's like Costanza.
Yes, yeah. He told me he used to run cross country for Columbia. So they're like all the way up on the west side, and they would run over the George Washington Bridge, like down the Palisades of Jersey. And I think there's a bathroom or porta potty situation like right on the Jersey side of the George Washington Bridge that is either really like enjoyable or it's just like a funny place to go or whatever. But they all said that was like, it's like the best place to shit. Like they'd be running and they'd be like, oh no, fuck. And we're like 12 more miles from home, but don't worry, like there's the bridge and we can go to that that little spot. All right, so get at us, top 5 places to pee. That was a great list. That was a great one. Tweet at us at KFC Radio or on Instagram, same thing. Let's get into our voicemails. Shout out to everybody who converted over to the video voicemails after many, many years of doing audio. We switched it to video, and I think some people were a little afraid to perform, but there are the people who have no performance anxiety and are willing to make a video, and it really makes.
Oh, he did it, folks.
He did it. I did it to him. I'm like that kid in the picture. Like, had to do it to him. Had to do it to him, because if you do have performance anxiety, you can go to Roman and get your Roman swipes. Go to GetRoman.com/KFC, and here's what you can get. a month supply of Roman swipes. And what are the swipes? They're little towelettes, moist towelettes. I can say moist because we're talking about sexual activity.
Yeah.
You rub it on your dick.
I say moist all the time.
You just don't care about people?
Moist sponge cake? No, I love a moist sponge cake.
You know what's weird about that? I think sponge is almost the worst word in that.
Yeah.
How about sponges?
Or moist sugar cookie?
Moisture cookie?
Moist sugar cookie.
Moist sugar. I was like, what's a moisture cookie?
Moist, any kind of moist cookie, but there are things in other cookies that can cover up for them not being particularly moist.
Sure.
Such as a chocolate chip or things of like that nature.
Right, but a sugar cookie, you got to have it be moist because otherwise it's garbage.
Yeah.
How about the sponge though? The contraceptive sponge.
All I know of that is from Seinfeld.
Right.
I don't know what
Spongeworthy, right? I don't know who used that or how it works, but I'm envisioning something that literally soaks up semen.
Yeah, no, the science makes sense.
I mean, and so would you just
It soaks up.
Jackie, what's a sponge? Do you know what a sponge is sexually? Is that something that any girls on the planet Earth wear at all? Yeah, I feel like that's like dead and gone.
What'd you say?
What about it? What?
What did you say?
Not that I know.
Oh, I thought you said like something different.
What if a guy made you wear a female condom? No. She goes, no. Like that. I think sponges are dead and gone.
I think sponges. I think it just it absorbs semen, and then you kind of stick the fingies in there, you
pop it out,
and you throw it away.
That can't work. That can't be the way that
it's
works.
just a little yellow spot.
I'm thinking it's on the one side it's got the green, the harsh green part, because we're talking like you need to catch every single individual sperm. If one gets through, you're pregnant.
It was a very poor success rate. That's why they're out of business.
That's why they're gone.
They're like,
tell you what works.
What happened to the sponge? Everyone was getting pregnant, so they got rid of it.
Tell you what does work and has a great success rate though are the Roman swipes. You rub it on your dick, it desensitizes you so that you can last a little bit longer. It's an interesting feeling because in the past I've used like the numbing condom thing.
Yeah.
And that's weird because it feels like it's numb. It feels like it's gone. It's like I'm looking down. I'm like, okay, my dick's still there. It's still hard. I can still use it, but I can't feel a thing.
Yeah, like phantom leg from someone who lost her leg in an accident.
Exactly
phantom
like
limb.
that. And then I was like, this is not good. I'm going to lose this boner because I can't feel anything. The Roman is this weird feeling where it's like, okay, I can still feel that. I like this, but I'm not going to come. It's amazing. So you can last that much longer. So go to getroman.com/KFC. Get $10 off your monthly supply of the Roman swipes. That's GETROMAN. Getroman.com/KFC for $10 off your monthly supply of swipes.
What up, KFC, Fights, Nick, Jackie, Zach, Pavs, got them all. Okay, so I have this little thing right here, and this is basically like I guess you call it a fabric.
Yes,
saver.
I know. I had that exact one.
Sounds like a pencil sharpener, kind of looks like one, but it isn't. And this thing is actually for like the inside of sweatshirts.
Wait, pause real quick. Can you press pause? Is that a problem?
Really good.
Do you know what he's talking about?
I know sweater shavers. I've never used one, but I know of them.
It's just funny that he's talking about it like it's from like the 1400s.
Yeah, I remember when I first learned, like my friend's sister, when I was very young, was like shaving like all the pills off her sweater or whatever. And I was like, oh, I just kind of pick mine and throw them.
No, that's what it's for. It's also do not put it on your tongue. Do not. Because I did that as a small child.
Oh, okay.
And it's a fucking catastrophe.
I honestly, I don't know. This gives you, well, it definitely doesn't give you credit because I was thinking you did this like 3 weeks ago.
No. I was a small boy, but it it rips apart your fucking tongue. But it's just very funny. I wonder how many people, like, would you have known what that is, Pavs? No, would you? Yeah. No, not even you? Yeah, it's just funny to think that there's some people being like, what is this? What is this sorcery? What is this thing? Okay, good.
For sheets and comforters, and had me thinking, what kind of inventions did you come across later in life that would have been super, super useful during like your time in college or when you got your first apartment? Because like I got this thing from my mom, had no idea they existed, and it's pretty sweet. Like it's really useful. So yeah, just curious. And also Jackie, hit me up. You know how I do.
You know how I do. I'll teach you things you don't know, girl, like a sweater shaver.
Yo, you know how I do. Me and Coos.
This is an impossible question. Rubber sheets for college would have been pretty helpful.
Yeah.
I didn't put that together until I was older, and I rewatched Home Alone when I was I was like, all right, that would have been. It wasn't from piss. I was spilling too much marinara sauce in my bed from Domino's.
Yeah, it wasn't from piss.
No,
it was a healthy mixture.
There's a lot of piss.
It was a healthy mixture of piss and marinara sauce. I mean, the Roman swipes, by the way, are like, that's not an old invention, but it's an invention that I'm like, I could have used this when I was younger.
I have not. My life is so simple.
Yeah,
I don't come across.
You don't have any tools
very often.
You don't have things that you need to do.
New stuff. It's like, all right.
How about?
I wish I came across more.
You know what's an amazing thing? But again, I don't think this was like around when I was like a small boy. I think it's been around for a while, but not when I was like a kid. It's more about me getting to like realizing it. A steamer, like a handheld steamer.
Nope, that's not a real thing. I still don't know how those work.
Well, I assure you it's a real thing. I don't know how it works.
I can't. It doesn't de-wrinkle my stuff. My clothes are, every single article of clothing I've ever owned is impervious to steamers.
Walk me through how you use it when you use it.
So, dude, I fucking.
Do you put water in it?
Okay. It's going to be step one.
I was going to say, I have a feeling you're not putting water in it.
Step one, put water in it. Step two, lay my clothes on the floor. Step three, fucking.
It might be the floor.
Iron or whatever, steam and pull. I know. I was like,
you're supposed to hang it.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that affects it or not.
I haven't even attempted in a long time, but it was my old apartment in New York, so I was an adult.
By age,
technically, there was a steamer. I'm sorry, there wasn't a hook next to a fucking outlet next to a steamer.
Got it.
God damn it. An outlet next to a hook. That's what I'm trying to get at here. I've been talking for a long time. My brain is dying, and I'm out of oxygen. So I would just lay it down on the floor, and I would try and fucking steam it. But Lou could steam it.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you are the idiot.
Yeah, Lou could steam my clothes for me.
My sister.
There was one time Lou was steaming my clothes for me before, like some fucking it wasn't like an event. It was like a Barstool thing. Like we had like a photo shoot or something like that.
Right.
And he's like, no other fucking salesman on the planet's gotta do this shit.
My sister has one that looks like a fucking vacuum. It has a thing like this. You hang your clothes from there. Down at the bottom has like a big thing, or you put the water, and then it has almost like when you're vacuuming your couch, like one of those things you plug on the end,
Yeah.
That's the steamer.
Yeah, I've seen those. And I bet I could make that work.
I needed to borrow hers the other day, and I thought I was getting one of just the handhelds. And I was like, "Where's your steamer?" She's like, "It's up in my room." And I go up in there. I'm like, "I don't see it." She's like, "It's right there." And I was like, "No, it's fucking not." And she was like, "It is literally impossible to miss." And then she comes up and she's like, "It's right here." And I was like, that thing?
Yeah.
The fucking vacuum thing? Well, you didn't tell me it was a whole apparatus, but that shit worked like that. You are the idiot. What do I use later?
How many times did you clean your apartment ever in college? You said vacuum made me think of. Did you ever use a cleaning product in college?
No, I did.
Oh, fuck no.
You never?
No, I mean, I got kicked out. I got kicked out before I needed to use them pretty often.
I was on the run before I could. Yeah. I lived with. I always lived with my junior year. I lived with some dirtballs who I don't think really gave a fuck. But every other year, it was enough guys that like we would. Don't get me wrong, it was not like a regular thing, but we would all hit our point where we'd be like, it would be from like playing beer pong and being like, oh my god, we got to clean tomorrow, and we would like Swiffer the whole thing or whatever. But it was never out of anything other than like our ping pong balls are getting disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what is not an invention, but a logical thought that we all learned like in our mid-20s
that we could have just figured out during college is to just put water in the beer pong cups.
No,
and drink the beer separately.
To this day,
no,
I
you're
still
disgusting.
hate it. I still hate it.
You're disgusting.
I won't play.
You are such a fucking loser. I hate you with all of my heart, and I want to stab you in your sleep.
You're playing. It's fake.
It's
no, because part of
it is being able to drink through that.
Part is being able to drink that, but part of it is also like I know exactly how much I've forced you to drink.
Sure.
So you're gonna buzz on.
Should be like
people get like the little sub. No,
agreed.
No. I don't play the fucking game. Let's play by the fucking rules, and that means you drink with this little dust in your beer and fucking deal with it.
It's not a little dust. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, how about you just?
I used to love the idea of just putting it in the water cup, and that means the water cup works one time because the next time you're dipping it into disgusting fucking water.
No, it works every time.
No, it doesn't.
The water cup's goal is to just get fucking bullshit off the ball. It's not about getting germs off the ball.
No, but you get the dust bunnies and shit. But
But
when there's hair in the water and shit, you just plunge it in and take it out. It comes off on the ball too.
Not really. If you had something on the ball, you would see it.
You're getting like 90% of it off, but you're not getting all the dust and dirt out of there. You dumb idiot.
A little bit. Who cares?
Me, man. Gross. There's got to be a good invention though.
Not older. No, there are no good older inventions. Anything that's going to be good has yet to be invented.
Fucking Socrates over here.
I know. But, I mean, it's obviously complete bullshit. Like I'm staring at a light while I say this. Good things have been invented.
There's got to be something that I'm like, oh man, I should have been doing this a long time ago. I feel like there's stuff. We see this on TikTok all the time where it's like TikTok taught me more than like my school did. And I'm like, there's always some shit that I'm like, wow. But I guess I haven't done that yet. You know, there's always like the right way to rip the saran wrap. There's the right way to use like the Ziploc bag. To open up
how about this? English muffins. Cut them with
the fork. Yeah, it's not really an invention, but it's like knowledge. Yeah, that's a major one.
Certainly not
because when you cut it with
that's what you're trying to say right now, that they're inventions. It's just how to do things properly.
Yeah. Like, how to be knowledge of how to
like adulting.
But when you cut it with a knife, it's like terrible because it's like you get rid of the nooks and crannies, and when you just try to rip it, it's a mess. But you get that.
Yeah, it actually works quite well.
Bingo bango.
That one's a good one.
And this last thing, I said it multiple times. There's like the air fryer mafia, and those people are annoying. But get an air fryer. It's worth it. It's really a good invention.
Keep it within arm's reach because. You put it on top of your cabinet, you're never going to use it.
Never. If it's not plugged in.
I have an air fryer I've used literally 0 times.
Yeah. You got to plug it in and like have it there and leave it there.
0 times.
Next up. Tired.
Hey, KFC Radio.
Is Papa John? That's rude. I should have said that. Look at this guy's cheeks, though. Looks like Big F.
Hey, KFC Radio.
That was also rude. I should have said that.
My wife came home the other day, and she had a bunch of crafts that her preschoolers had made at school for Arbor Day. I told her, I was like, Arbor Day? Well, what a lemon of a day. That day stinks.
Stinks.
She called me an Arbor Day Grinch. And it got me thinking that an Arbor Day Grinch would probably be pretty funny. I don't know, go around plucking leaves off trees or whatever. But it got me thinking even more that if every little holiday or every little event had a Grinch, what would be the funniest? I don't know exactly what the Pride Month Grinch would get up to, but I'm sure it'd be some shenanigans.
I'm sure that would be a crime. An Arbor Day Grinch. I mean, if you imagine being a kindergarten teacher, you got to teach Arbor Day. Get the fuck out of here. That's just something to kill time. It's like, what am I going to do today? Let's talk about arbor. Let's talk about trees.
I have a hangover today.
We're doing trees. Draw leaves,
also,
kids.
How long could you do on Arbor Day? I could do 10 minutes. It's promote trees. Never mind. I'm out.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
This is a promote tree growth. I mean, dude, I'm a huge observer.
Big tree guy.
I own so many fucking trees, like in the rainforest.
Oh, you got those little like certificates,
bro. I used to get trees all the time as a kid. I was Johnny Appleseed.
Do you own more trees or stars?
Probably. I don't know. There's also walruses or
what?
No, it's not walruses. What's this? The big mammal down in Florida?
Manatees.
Yeah,
I swam with manatees once.
I powered on a manatee.
I'll tell you what. Once you swim with the manatee, you really get upset when you think about them just getting massacred by boats.
Yeah. Dude, I was down in Florida once where it was like this little cove where they would all come hang out.
Yeah.
And it looked like the VA.
Right.
Like it was just all of them were.
Missing limbs and fucking.
It was crazy.
This is a Special Olympics? This is the Manatee Paralympics? What's going on here?
I don't know if we can keep that joke in.
No, you got to keep it in. That was amazing.
It was.
That was hilarious.
It was like.
That was your best joke of the year.
I was looking in the water. I was like, Jesus.
Massacre, dude.
Everyone's missing pieces and chunks and shit. It was nuts.
I was rolling around in the water with them and petting them, and they're so fat and and I was just thinking, oh my God, a boat propeller would just rip your belly apart. Yeah. This is an awful thought. I want to buy all you guys and keep you away from the boats.
It was what it was. I wish I said Special Olympics. I don't know. I guess neither would have gone well.
I was gonna say we're in the same boat, brother. Don't worry.
Is it a sea lion? What's a sea lion look like? Can I see a sea lion?
Sea lion looks like a seal. A manatee is more like a walrus.
Okay. So let me see seal, please. Show me seal.
Do just sea lion versus seal. Yeah, there you go.
I can't.
Then click images.
I can't think of what no, it's not that either. What's the fucking animal?
And it's not a walrus. It's not a manatee.
It looks like it gives the high fives and stuff. Not a manatee, no. Who's it? I like SeaWorld. He's the one who does the high fives.
And it's a walrus. Otter.
No, it's not an otter, you buffoon.
I thought that was a reasonable guess. For record.
It is. An otter does give high fives. He's bigger. Whatever. The point is, I watched 50 First Dates.
I think Jackie deserves an apology. I think that was a fine guess.
And I was the walrus, Jocko the walrus.
I said that like 600 times.
You said walrus?
Yes.
I didn't hear that once.
I was sitting here like over and over saying walrus, walrus.
I didn't hear that once. Like I said, we gotta wrap this show soon.
I think I even said, "Are you thinking about a walrus?"
But at least I watched this movie the other day, and it was that we don't know what walruses do 2/3 of their lives. And at least that's what the animal trainer Adam Sandler says. And
why? Because they're like not.
They spend underwater.
And we don't. I mean, there's plenty of things that go underwater that we know what they do. We don't like track them or something.
Why are you tweeting me? Why are you searching my tweets about walruses?
Oh no, I think you've gotten tweeted at me like you look like a walrus.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I guess that's what Adam Sandler's
that's right up
is
there
going to do.
That's right up there with lobsters don't die.
Yeah.
That's like, what are we talking about?
By the way, can I do a little quick 50 First Dates tangent real quick?
Sure.
Don't mind. That
floor is yours.
A fucking nightmare.
That movie is one of the most depressing.
It's not, I wouldn't even call it depressing. Like, and it's actually like there are parts I found it funny. Like I wasn't like, oh, Adam Sandler movie, new Adam Sandler stinks, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The end of that movie, if I may spoil it for those who haven't seen it.
I feel like, I've seen it, but I don't remember. So go ahead.
This woman, Drew Barrymore, who does not remember anything beyond.
I'll stop moving. I'll stay here.
Or beyond her life in Hawaii, where she was in a horrible car accident, and the last thing she remembers, the last thing she remembers is getting in a car accident. She remembers the day before her car accident.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
In her mind, in that day, she lives with her dad and her brother in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
That movie ends. She has not gotten better. She has no newer mental capacities. But she lives in Alaska, is married to Adam Sandler, and has a daughter. And lives on a boat. And so she wakes up every morning and has to watch a movie that says that Adam Sandler
you away.
Here's the life we've had since you can remember.
So
come on outside for breakfast. And then she comes outside for breakfast, and her at this point her child's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
She comes running up. She's like, "Hey, mommy." I'd be like, "All right, get me the fuck off this boat. I'm done with this. I'm going back to Hawaii, live with my dad."
Why would he take her to Alaska?
Because he wants to study the walruses.
Oh.
He's going to study the walruses, find out what they do below sea level for 2/3 of their lives.
I'm telling you this right now. If I am a mental, vegetable, whatever, I have a situation like that, at least let me do it in Hawaii.
We do it in Hawaii, not on a boat with a baby.
Yo.
In Alaska.
Every morning you wake up and you don't know what your life is, let me tell you something. The last thing you want is to have a kid. Like if you wake up and you're like, fuck, wait a minute, I have some sort of like Alzheimer's, amnesia. I don't know.
But she doesn't even know that.
Please don't have a kid. 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 I got a kid. Fuck.
She doesn't even have that. She doesn't have amnesia. She wakes up just thinking, like she stretches her arms in bed. She's like, oh, another beautiful day in Alaska. It's my dad's birthday today. I'm excited. You love your dad's birthday. She's excited to celebrate my dad's birthday. Oh wait, I'm in Alaska and there's a baby on this boat. Get the fuck out of here. Like, that.
Whoever came up with that, that's like fucking like Hostel.
I was gonna say
like
that.
Saw. You got a fucked up brain if you come up with that.
What's the movie you saw that was the second part of a movie where you liked it? It was
yeah, with the rapist.
Yeah,
and then I was like, that guy's awesome.
Yeah,
he's a rapist.
I was like, you haven't seen the first one, have you? He's like a goddamn monster. What movie? Oh, See No Evil? No. See No Evil, maybe, or something like that. It is.
Yeah, because he's blind and he turkey basters that girl.
Yeah. No, is it? No, it's not. See No Evil.
old man, blind. Yeah, scary movie. There you go.
Yeah. Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. He's the man in season 2.
Yeah, I have not watched. I have protested movie 2 because
we should watch it this week.
He's not a man who needs a redemption arc.
I'm gonna make you
horrible animal monster.
But in season 2, in episode whatever fucking sequel, he's like, I'm a monster. You don't want like. She's like, come on, like we gotta save you, and he's like, I'm not worth saving. and they keep being like, like they allude to it a bunch, and I think he should just be like, listen. I fuck a chick with a turkey baster trying to have a child to steal from her. Okay, bad. All right, last voicemail.
What was that question about Arbor Day? I don't know. It seems okay.
Wait. What was the fucking question? What was the fucking
Anyway,
question?
that's probably what the Arbor Day Grinch does. He kidnaps women and keeps them in his basement.
That's the Grinch. That was the question. What holidays would have the funniest Grinch? And we ended with with a rapist turkey baster.
So that guy's birthday, 1.
Goodness gracious.
Wait, actually, it's a good question. I want to kind of answer it now. The Valentine's Day Grinch.
No, I got a great one.
Just a divorce attorney.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, that would be good. I think a Mother's Day Grinch would be fun. There's someone who's like, fuck mothers. I don't give a fuck about mothers. Oh, so you gave birth? Who cares? Pow. Someone whose entire existence is to hate on mothers and ruin their day. A Mother's Day
The Grinch is also, by the way, The Grinch is one of those movies where I actually do believe in like the reimagining of it, where because like there's the things where like
he got totally fucked over.
Yeah, like Jim from The Office is actually a bad guy. No, he isn't. No, like he's a.
But that's what if you watch the Jim Carrey one, you kind of learn it's like bullied.
Yeah, I was bullied, so I ran away. You guys still fucking hated me.
But I don't think the book like tells that story very well.
No,
he's just like I'm a monster in the fucking mountains.
Yeah,
so. The actual Grinch probably doesn't deserve much redemption.
That's true.
Right.
Wait, Valentine. I think Valentine's Day would be a really funny Grinch.
Just a guy like who hates love and is just like who just like is like, yeah, just get some strange pussy, man. Nobody's looking for love.
Yeah, like it's like Bad Santa, only he's just you know what? He can even be in a Santa's costume. It's just the same guy.
How about you know what I'm gonna say, right? You know what I'm gonna say?
I don't know. I don't know which one.
I'm gonna say a Juneteenth Grinch. Just a white man.
There's a lot of them.
It's just a white man.
There's a lot of Juneteenth Grinches. there's a shocking amount of Juneteenth Grinches.
Let's just real quick. Have we aired Jenny Mollen? Yeah. Okay. We had Jenny Mollen on the show, and that interview will be coming up, and she talks about her life in Arizona. And then I was watching Dan Soder on Whiskey Ginger.
There's a lot of those too.
Talking about our life in Arizona too. Arizona not recognizing Martin Luther King Day in like modern times is insanity.
Is it still like that?
No, I think they caved. They caved.
I mean, Jenny Mollen's not much older than us.
No, yeah, I mean it's modern day. Don't get me wrong. But 1992, Arizona was the last state in the union to install it. Go to that because In 1992, okay. Because Dan, so Jenny said the same thing. I was kind of like, yo, Arizona doesn't give a fuck, and she was like, yeah, growing up, we didn't even do Martin Luther King Day. And then Dan on Whiskey Ginger, it was kind of like, yo, Arizona, like, we don't give a fuck, man. Martin Luther King Day, like, that ain't shit. Whoa, that is a crazy thing after anything past the year of like 1865 to not fucking do that shit is nuts.
Yeah, MLK Day.
Even if you're doing
I would
it for
say
all the wrong
after
reasons.
1865 though, because
That's what I said.
well, I would imagine he would have to.
Oh, you'd have to
live
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Let's make him earn it.
Yeah. There's going to be this guy in the future, we think. Let's make him earn it. Let's make him get there. I forgot what I was going to say.
Next voicemail.
Next.
All right, what's up, KFC Radio crew? All you schlups over there. I'll start off with my question, which is basically, what is the weirdest summer job or just job in general that you've ever had, and why was it so weird? Mine would have to be one time I worked at basically a farm, which has a multitude of stories, but basically the key story in this job was we had a llama that had a prolapsed anus, and I went and told, the people that were in charge of this whole place, I said, hey, I think there might be something wrong with this llama, and they were like, no, he'll be all right. And that llama proceeded to die the next day. So, yeah, they were confused, and I was like, well, no shit, this thing died. Its anus was hanging about a foot out of its own asshole. So, yeah, what is the weirdest job or weirdest situation in the job that you've
I
ever
can't,
That
to wrap
farmer,
up
that
on this-
farmer fucked that llama.
Yeah. A prolapse anus is a very obvious thing to point out unless you cause that prolapse.
Yeah.
And then you're going, he's fine. He's nothing. It's fine. Don't
What
look
are you, the llama's attorney? Get out of here.
What do you care? Why are you so interested, huh? Can I tell you something weird?
By the way, I was watching again. Actually, dude, when I was in Jamaica, I just like came home from the bar one night and I was looking for something to watch and saw DeStefano's young face. It was on Comedy Central, an old special on like Comedy Central, the Caribbean, which probably because he's going to Puerto Rico or something like that. And then I was watching a half-hour special, and then after that was Michael Che's half hour from years. It was from 2014 actually, and he was telling a joke about why he's like, I don't understand why there are laws against fucking animals. And he's like, I mean, I eat animals. I'm pretty sure I'm doing.
That's a great point. We kill them, slaughter them, and eat them.
I'm doing the worst things.
Yeah.
If I was a goat and you asked me,
fuck me or kill me.
Hey, we're gonna put you in the blender and chop you up, and you're gonna end up in a Caribbean woman's stew, or this weird farmer sucks your dick.
I know my answer.
He goes, it's not a hard answer for me. He goes, that wouldn't be the toughest question I'm asked that day as a goat. Which I was like, all right, is that a
Valid point.
but I've never really had a weird summer job. I've had the standard ones.
Can I tell you? I think I figured this out the other day. I've had 3 jobs my entire life.
What?
Yeah. I think I've only had 3 jobs.
How is that possible?
When I started working, my family owned a coffee shop in the city.
Yeah.
So I worked there. And then
That's when you bled on a bagel, right?
Yep.
That's when you founded OSHA.
Yeah. And then there was like 2 summers in a row. The summer after that, I had surgery, and I couldn't even like have a summer job. I was like rehabbing my back and all that shit. And the summer after that, I had another surgery, so I went to school. So I just did like another semester of school. Then I had a summer job working for it was an internship working for a trading company. Like I worked on like a trading floor. And then I got my job at Deloitte. Like I only started working like towards the end of high school, and then I had like 2 years off, and then I got Deloitte, and then I got Barstool.
What?
I'm trying to think if I ever had. Like I don't think I wasn't one of those kids who started working when he was like 13. I didn't do that. I just had like summertime until then.
Dude, I started working when I was like 14 at my uncle's pizza shop, and I'm not even Italian.
Yeah, I don't think I did that.
I was like, we talking about this family business. He started this yesterday. like, yeah, that's why we have to work, because he can't afford to pay anybody.
Yeah.
Get the fuck in there.
I guess I had 4 jobs. Every summer from when I was in like high school, I worked as like an engineer's assistant in like a boiler room of a high-rise building that my dad got me. So I did that for like every year because it was paying like almost $20 an hour when I was like a kid. It was like fucking money. So I did that. So I did engineer's assistant, coffee shop, trading floor assistant, Deloitte, and then Barstool. So 5, now 3. Crazy.
That is
like, I know people who are now like, they've worked 5 jobs in the last like 5 years, interviewing, changing their resumes and all that shit.
I got a lot of friends like that too. I can't even imagine that. Where it's like, that'd be so stressful.
Starting over all the time
and applying to new jobs.
Yeah.
Fuck, this was fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I also think like I would be one of those people, like if we didn't land a job like this, I would not hesitate to leave a shitty place. Like, you gotta get like 3 years on your resume or otherwise it looks like shady or whatever. It's like, I don't know. I'll tell them in the interview that it fucking sucked and I had to get the fuck out of there. So that's why I'm here now. I don't know. I'm not just sitting at a shitty job to get a magical 3-year rule or whatever the fuck it's called. But what do I know? It's funny to think that like, I wouldn't know. Do you go to LinkedIn? Do you go to monster.com? Do you go to careerbuilder.com? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't even know. ZipRecruiter, that's it. This is the only one I've heard of in the last like 10 years that I would know to go to. Otherwise, I'd just be fucking unemployed and homeless.
I had a lot of jobs.
Oh, wow, look at that. Bill Burr's going to do Fenway.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
First comedy show ever in Fenway Park. Bill Burr. That is a fucking, we should go to that. August 21st. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we'll be there. I didn't have any weird jobs. I did landscaping. I did retail. I did bartending. I did the jobs that you do.
Yeah. What was the question?
Weirdest stuff.
Yeah. Why were you hanging out with?
I have like weird stories from all the jobs.
Yeah. Why were you hanging out with llamas with prolapsed assholes, dude? That's a you thing. That's not a us thing. Well, I got nothing for you. But let us know. Weirdest job. Weirdest moment. Yeah, I bled all over a bagel and tried to feed it to a woman.
I watched a guy chop off his finger one time. It was pretty nuts.
we got a lot of stories, but they're normal jobs.
Sold a drug dealer Nositol monthly so he could step on his cocaine with it.
Was he? Was he using the slicer and he sliced his finger off?
No, he's just fucking cutting. I don't know, something. It was just a tip.
Yeah, I knew a guy at a deli.
My buddy cut his finger, a buddy and he gets like fucking tons of money a month now because it was injured. It's like it affects his ability to work. It's not much of his finger, but it's his finger. He works with his hands, and like not a ton of money, but he gets paid monthly now. Because it was like, it's by
how much?
It's not by like, it's not the government. I forget exactly what it is.
It's by a church?
It's insurance.
Oh.
And I guess it's workman's comp, but that wasn't the word he used.
What a great fucking, that's a great ATI question. Like, would you give up a finger tip for, $1,200 a month?
Yeah.
$1,000 a month?
I want to say it's something in that range.
I mean, that's great. You're paying like a chunk of your rent or even full rent in some spots. And all you do is have a little bit of a mangled finger.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that. I'm sure in the moment when you slice it off, you don't think that, but right now. All right, interview time. Let's go.
It got sucked away too. So because it was, I don't know, one of these saws where I guess it's like some air suckage with it. So it's just like,
see ya.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance. It was just gone.
That's in God's hands now, bro. All right, let's get into it with our interviews. We got Lamorne Morris on the show, who is just the new girl cast does not disappoint. Every single time we get one of them on, they absolutely kill it, and this was no exception. We did have a good funny like white man black man thing.
Yeah,
right? It was very funny. So let's get into it. Lamorne on KG.
Black man.
All right,
that'll make sense.
I think we've asked this question before. What we asked? We asked Jake who he thinks he should have ended up with on the show.
Yeah.
Who do you think Jake should have ended up? What's his name?
Nick.
Nick should have ended up with on the show.
You guys have seen the show. Come on, Schmidt.
You know what? I think that was Nick's
I think we
answer.
said that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That was Max's answer.
Yes,
Max's
Max.
answer.
I think he said it the same exact way. We're gonna put this together. That's fucking hilarious, man.
They should have been together. Like that was the biggest romance there.
All right, big shout out to Lamorne. Let's get into our second interview now with Pete Holmes. Very funny comic. He's got a new show on CBS.
Just roll with it.
And this interview it's funny, of course, because we're on it and he's a comedian. But the knowledge that Pete drops, and like you get like we get like philosophical and thoughtful on this.
He says that people crave chaos. I was like, oh fuck, and then I craved chaos for.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't speak up because I'm kind of a pussy. But at one point he said something about like craving chaos when you're like a little kid, and I was like, that was not me, bro. He was like, you love when you're like late and you're running late and you're not getting to class or something. I was like, I don't like.
See,
that.
I think but like I disagree with him, but my actions
speak louder. Yeah,
they agree because guess what?
Yeah.
I've been late for everything my entire life.
Right.
I'm in a rush constantly.
Right.
There's a reason. If I didn't love it, I'd fix it.
Smart man. It's Pete Holmes on KFC Radio.
And you're like, where are my keys? Yeah, where are my keys? I got the fucking Uber's here. And you're panicking. Don't you kind of love it? Isn't there something deep down? Because when you were a kid, that's what you did. You pretended that you had somewhere to be.
If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like. Hit that bell icon.